Beautiful throw, heavily covered, and the Eagles have scored the game's first touchdown, a 36-yard strike.
Every primetime game.
The only thing matters is a win. That's it.
All season long.
However, whatever it takes.
The road to Super Bowl 60 is on Westwood One.
Let's go, man.
Now it's time for Thursday Night Football. Here's your host, Scott Graham.
We welcome you to the start of week number 12 in the National Football League as the Houston Texans host the Buffalo Bills on Thursday Night Football. Tonight's broadcast of the National Football League on Westwood One is sponsored by Barbasol Shaving Cream, by AutoZone, by Granger, by Indeed, by Progressive Insurance, and by the official NFL app. Hi, everybody. I'm Scott Graham. We welcome you to Thursday Night Football here on Westwood One. And here to begin Week 12, we have got ourselves an intriguing game. Why is it so intriguing? Well, because these two teams are kind of familiar with one another, but more importantly, each of these teams is a familiar face in the postseason landscape for the last couple of years. And right now, neither one of those teams is in the spot that they would expect to be. The Buffalo Bills are chasing down the New England Patriots, who are leading the division right now. And the Houston Texans are trying to play their way without their starting quarterback healthy back into the playoff discussion, maybe thinking about winning the division. And in all honesty, who would play the Saturday 4:30 p.m. game in Wildcard Weekend if the Texans don't make it? For more, we'll head out to Houston, NRG Stadium, welcoming the two guys calling the action, Kevin Kugler and Marcel Reese. Guys?
Yeah, Scott, they've already booked NRG Stadium for that game. I don't know how they can have it without the Texans in. And the good news for the folks who booked that stadium, Houston has kind of figured out a way to get back in the conversation. They're looking to become the first team since they did it in 2018 to get to the playoffs after an 0-3 start. Currently, they're in 8th place in the playoff hunt, one game back of the Jaguars for the final wild card spot. But first things first, they're 5-5. They take on a Buffalo team that's 7-3, and it's a really intriguing matchup for a couple of reasons. And let's start with the strength on strength matchup, because the strength of Buffalo's team is clearly their offense, led by the MVP Josh Allen. The strength of this Texans team, Marcel, is the defense, led by two of the best rush ends in football, Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter.
Yeah, Kev, this is what we call in the locker room good on good, because the leading units on both of these teams are going against each other. For the Buffalo Bills, when you're talking about this offense led by their more than likely MVP candidate, who he's been for the last few years in Jared Allen, you can see this team really trying to find their identity on offense to go into this playoff push. They have a fantastic backfield with a three-headed monster in James Cook, Ray Davis, and Ty Johnson, who can all play big-time football, and their tight ends leading in the receiving category, especially with Keon Coleman out. Obviously, there's some disciplinary issues there, and they have to figure that out. But this Bills offense leads their team. They're going to have to be able to stay ahead of the sticks, establish a run game against this very stout Houston Texans defense.
Yeah, it's the best defense in the National Football League from a total defense and a scoring defense standpoint. They're strong on third down. It starts up front with Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson, but really at every level, the Texans have been very good. Now, they take a hit in the defensive backfield. No Jalen Petrie tonight, a significant loss for Matt Burke and D'Amico Ryan's defense, because Jalen Petrie plays all over the field. Without him, they've got to make a little bit of an adjustment, but they're still a very strong defensive unit.
They are going to have to make some adjustments, and Danielle Hunter and Will Anderson Jr. are fantastic off the edge. They can just flat out rush the passer. They have all the tools in their toolbox to do so, whether they're going inside, outside, or just a straight-up bull rush. But really, I believe the captain on that defense is Azeez Al-Shahir. He's a true middle linebacker in the inside. Not just an inside linebacker, but a middle linebacker, Kev. What I mean by that is he gets everyone into their spots, and he has the middle of that field on lockdown. He can guard the running backs. He does a good job jamming tight ends, and he will flat out physical violence in the middle of the field. That's what every defense needs. And Nico Collins found his in the big number 0 in the middle of that defense.
Davis Mills goes tonight for the Houston Texans. C.J. Stroud's out for the third straight game with a concussion, but he is close to coming back. Had this game been on Sunday rather than Thursday in the short week, I think you'd have seen C.J. Stroud out there. He's on the field right now watching, but he will not play. Davis Mills gets his third straight start. The Bills and the Texans are getting ready to go in Houston, but right now let's send it back to Scott Graham in our Progressive Insurance Studios. Cars, homes, boats, motorcycles, RVs, and more at Progressive.com. Scott?
All right, thanks very much, guys. We'll talk to you again at the top of the hour. We got a lot more to come as we approach kickoff time between the Bills and the Texans, including what this game is going to mean to your Week 12 fantasy output. But when we return, we're going to talk with the guy that is the number one offensive weapon for this Houston Texans team, unquestionably, Nico Collins. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
The United States Soccer Federation presents the U.S. Soccer Podcast.
This is why we wanted to do this show, a chance to show people a little bit behind the curtain.
Never miss a game.
The first goal for the U.S. in almost 3 years.
Never miss a moment.
The U.S. men's national team gave me an ulcer but survived somehow at clinging to soccer, and we've got a lot to talk about.
It has been so fun, minus the ulcers, obviously.
But I don't know how you can leave not being a bigger fan.
The U.S. Soccer Podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
A better life with Dr. Sanjay Gupta.
We've talked a lot about ultra-processed foods and the many reasons you should avoid them. Heart disease, diabetes, obesity, the list goes on and on. But a new study out of China found another, perhaps surprising reason, an increased risk of lung cancer. Consuming more calories, saturated fats, chemicals, salt and sugar can all drive inflammation, which is a primary pathway in the development of cancer. It can also damage the microbiome, impairing immune system function. So this combination of excess inflammation and impaired immunity can give rogue cells the upper hand. And that's where this scenario of cancer begins. Now, if you're looking to cut back on ultra-processed foods, and you should, maybe start by making swaps, one at a time. Slowly but surely, your taste buds will start to crave healthier whole foods. I'm Dr. Sanjay Gupta, helping you live a better life.
All over America, strangers with different political views are coming together to talk about their lives.
I really appreciated this conversation. It did open my eyes a little bit more. I don't know, I feel like we're all just human beings past the labels, you know?
I think there's grace that needs to be provided across the political spectrum.
Conversations like this is a good step forward.
Yeah, but more of them.
Well, yeah, more of them need to happen, for sure.
Yeah.
Tired of division? Let's talk for a change. Learn more at takeonesmallstep.org.
Welcome back to Thursday Night Football here on Westwood One. We get you ready for Buffalo and Houston tonight. You know that both times that Josh Allen has been a starter for the Bills and has gone to Houston to play the Texans, he's lost on a walk-off field goal. The most recent time was Week 5 of last year.
Here's the snap. Hold is down. Kick is long enough, and it is good. At the gun, Kaimi Fairbairn wins it for the Houston Texans with a 59-yard game-winning field goal. 23-20 is your final score as the Bills fall to 3-2 on the season.
That's Chris Brown, WGR Sports Radio 550 in Buffalo. In that game, Josh Allen had a career-low completion percentage. He was 9 out of 30 for 131 yards and just 1 touchdown. And if you ask him about it, he remembers how not good it was.
I got beat up that game. Didn't play well at all. It's watching that film. There's a lot of good stuff to watch from that film, but it's hard to watch. I played pretty badly. Hopefully we can go out there and play a little bit better and move the ball a little bit better. But again, this defense is no easy task to go against, and it's going to take everything that we got from everybody on the field.
If you're looking for good news as a Bills fan, Josh has the best Thursday record by any starting quarterback at 8-0 since he came into the league. The other starting quarterback, Davis Mills, has filled in really well. 2-0 as a starter this season, 4-1 in his last 5 starts, and he's averaging 283 yards per game this year with 4 touchdowns and only 1 turnover. Over the last 3 games, he has found his target, and he is the target in this Houston offense. Talking about Nico Collins. 101 yards receiving per game over the last 3 and 7 or more catches in each of the last 3 games. I talked with Nico this week as he got ready for this one and asked him about what kind of job Davis Mills has done filling in for C.J. Stroud.
It's amazing. It's amazing. Just coming in when CJ went down, just seeing Davis come in and do what he did, Jacksonville, and this previous week, man. Just coming in calm, collected, just ready to lead the offense in the right way to a victory, and that's what you need as a quarterback, every time he get in, man, he's just poised, calm, and just taking one play at a time, man, and just not making the moment bigger what it is, and going through his correct reads, and he knows 1,000% that we have his back, going on just make plays, man, just out there having fun. At the end of the day, it's the same game we've playing since, we was 5, 6 years old, just going out and executing.
When you're a lead receiver on a team and you're option number one in a lot of ways, there are times when the ball's going to come your way and there are times when it's not. How do you deal with the patience that's necessary on a day that it's just not working out your way?
Yeah, I feel like, man, it get frustrating, but I feel like at the end of the day, you can't let your emotions control the rest of the game, the output of the game, just because not getting the target that you want or the catches that you want. You can't just get down on yourself and then crash out and things like that. You got to stay poised, continue to tell yourself one play at a time, and the ball is going to come, and everybody sees it. Just continue to get open, continue to run great routes, great separation, because you don't want that one op to be the one op you not running full speed and, not giving your all, and then the ball coming your way, and the whole play just looks bad because you didn't get effort, But I feel like for me, man, just taking advantage of my opportunity, this league doesn't last so long, man. Just going out there and just having fun, So I'm taking advantage of my opportunities. I just want to win. That's my main goal. And I know if I had that mindset, the ball is definitely going to come.
Do receivers get hot? Like a basketball shooter gets hot?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Absolutely. Absolutely. Just like in basketball when the little red, the fire team coming around on 2K. Yeah, man. Receivers, I feel like receivers definitely get hot. I feel like once you hit your groove in anything, no matter what sport it is, man, it's real. Once you own, you own. So, yeah, that's a real thing.
Let me ask you something technical about you, too, at this point in your career, because receivers, evolve. And, you guys, over the course of time, you learn more about the position, you learn more about how you're going to be defended, and you work on what it is that you do to get better. So what are you working on at this juncture of your career to try to improve?
Man, everything. I feel like this is kind of the first year that I'm kind of seeing a little just two-man a little bit. It's new to me, so you can't get frustrated, just different coverages, cloud of coverages, and just continue to run full speed routes. That's my mission. That's my goal this year. Even when I make the coverages kind of look kind of iffy, you just don't know if the ball is coming or not. That's why I kind of said earlier, just continue to run full speed routes, continue to, get open, even though coverages may seem a little different. But that's a little bit, that's kind of a little different, but every team doesn't do that. But I feel like for me, man, just continue to get better overall. Your drive phase, your, top of the route details, your hand come back when the corners press, how you get open, just little things like that. The small fundamentals you can't get bored with, so I feel like that's what I'm chasing every single day because those little things can make a difference.
And people may not realize this, Nico, but players are working on that even though we're in the middle of the season where, we're talking about 12, 13 weeks into a season. You guys are still working on that kind of thing every day, aren't you?
Yeah, for sure. That was what I'm saying. Practice every day is repetition, consistency, because at the end of the day, it's the same thing as happening every single play. Hand come back, DB trying to get his hands in your chest every single play, can you get them off? Can you put your vertical stuff in the ground, sell a different route, not make him assume guess what route it is, So a lot of those reps, man, come every day. We got to think about those things and work on them every single day, because they show up every single play. So you can't get comfortable, man. That's it.
Last thing, I mean, what the playoffs look like, what the playoffs feel like, and try to get to the postseason is everybody's goal. When you start to hit the end of November, beginning of December, you can't look ahead, but at the same time, is that what's driving you, knowing that opportunity, even with the slow start you guys had, is still in front of you?
We know, at the end of the day, what our goal is to get to that Super Bowl playoffs. You want to get a shot in the playoffs. But, like you said, we can't look ahead. We can't skip ahead. We got to focus on one team at a time, one play at a time, and going out and execute, But, yeah, for sure, man, that's everybody's team goal, man. You get to that Super Bowl, man. For us, I feel like we got to win every game at this point to get a shot, into the playoffs. So Which we are, man. We take one game at a time. We're playing great right now. We got to continue to keep it rolling, continue to be us, and taking advantage of every moment.
That is Houston Texans wide receiver Nico Collins. Tonight's Player Spotlight, sponsored by Square. More than 4 million neighborhood businesses run on Square. To learn more, go to square.com or just stop by your favorite local business. See you in the neighborhood, Square. Up next, what is this game and what's the rest of the weekend going to mean to your fantasy league? It's getting to be tough times, isn't it? You're listening to Thursday Night Football on Westwood One.
Hey, football fans with a 401k, IRA, or retirement account, you all know that defense wins football games. The same could be true when it comes to investing. Advantage Gold is a top-rated precious metals company in America and is helping investors protect their retirement from runaway inflation, falling dollar, and market volatility. Do you want help to diversify and protect your hard-earned money with physical gold and silver, but don't know where to get started? Learn more about Advantage Gold today. Text GOLD to 85545 and get your free gold and silver investment kit worth $49 absolutely free. Learn how to buy gold tax-free and penalty-free using your retirement account and a little-known tax loophole that'll feel better than watching your favorite team make a 50-yard field goal. But don't wait. The game clock is ticking. Text Advantage Gold today. It's easy. Text GOLD to 85545. That's GOLD to 85545 and request your free gold investment kit. Or visit us at AdvantageGold.com. Data and message rates may apply. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Consult your tax and financial professional before investing.
Staples presents an easy holiday.
Running a small business during the holidays is hard.
No truer words were.
But this year, Staples helped me have an easy holiday.
Your script has a typo.
Nope, easy peasy. I just ordered online at staples.com and picked up in store. And with UPS on site, shipping was easy too. Plus huge savings on tech, custom cards, even my holiday sale signage.
Visit your local Staples store or staples.com today for up to 45% off select laptops.
That was easy.
Ends 12/27.
On the job, every minute counts. That's why Lowe's now has ProBlock Quick Dry Primer, expertly manufactured by Sherwin-Williams. Engineered for pros to dry fast and go on smooth for virtually flawless results that keep your job moving. It's available in oil and water-based, and getting it is easy. Order online by 2 p.m. and get free same-day delivery right to your job site. Lowe's, we help, you save. Orders placed after 2 p.m. will be delivered next day. Valid in select zip codes. Subject to driver availability. More terms apply.
Kohl's has 20% off gifts that are so good, your family might think you read their minds. Check off your list now with cozy, thoughtful, and stylish gifts that will make them say, oh, how did you know? Yep, with these presents from Kohl's, you're going to leave them feeling impressed and convinced that you're a psychic. Shop Kohl's for an extra 20% off gifts that are the perfect fit. Select styles. Offer ends November 22nd. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohl's.com for details.
Hey everybody, I'm Michael Strahan, and St. Jude has been close to my heart for many years. Their groundbreaking research is changing how the world treats childhood cancer and has helped push the survival rate in the U.S. from 20% to more than 80%. Please help St. Jude give children the greatest gift, a chance at a lifetime.
This holiday, help St. Jude find more cures for more children. Donate now at musicgives.org.
Welcome back to the NFL on Westwood One. I'm Scott Graham. It's time for our weekly fantasy football preview. We are joined by Sports Illustrated senior fantasy analyst Michael Fabiano. Mike, how are you this week?
I'm doing well, my friend.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm doing a little bit better, too. My team's gotten, shown signs of life, which means that disappointment is just around the corner. But let's not start there. Let's start with tonight's games because there are some players involved tonight that actually might end up helping people out this week.
And I would remind the audience that you are the defending champion of that league. So,
and I send you the $5 for that mention. Thank you.
So obviously you're starting Josh Allen, James Cook, Khalil Shakir can be a wide receiver 3 flex. You play the Bills defense in this one tonight, and Dalton Kincaid's out. Keon Coleman's a healthy scratch. So if you're looking for a sleeper, Tyrell Shavers, who had a very good game last week, and for the Texans, the list is a little shorter. Nico Collins is a start. Woody Marks is a start. Dalton Schultz, if you need help at the tight end position, it's not a great matchup. And Kaimi Fairbairn is active. And I know we like to talk kickers here. He was one of the best before he got hurt. So he could potentially be on the waiver wire. So pick up Kaimi Fairbairn if you need a kicker this week.
Well, we're going to talk about things that you could acquire in just a bit. But first, let's start with the players that you do have this week. Who are your preferred starts?
I like Jared Goff this week. I had told people not to play him last week. It was a bad matchup. This week he's got a really good matchup at home against the Giants. They have allowed the second most points per game to quarterbacks, and they've given up big numbers to 6 in particular, who have beaten them for over 20. I also like Travis Etienne this week. He's been on the injury report, so keep tabs on his status, but I love the matchup against the Cardinals. They've given up 14-plus fantasy points to 7 running backs, including 5 since week 5. And I like Zay Flowers, and I get it. I mean, the numbers have not been great for Flowers lately, but this is a good matchup against the Jets. Obviously, no Sauce Gardner, and their defense has allowed 4 wide receivers to beat them for 19-plus fantasy points since week 7, so keep the faith and start Zay Flowers.
I'm looking at your sits, and I'm seeing Baker Mayfield down, and in all honesty, he's making his triumphant return to L.A. Say it ain't so, Joe.
I know, revenge game narrative and all that kind of stuff, and I'm into that thing. But, I mean, look at the numbers. He's failed to score more than 17 points in 3 of his last 4 games. And when you look at the matchup, it couldn't be worse, really. The Rams have allowed 1 quarterback to beat them for more than 10.4 fantasy points at SoFi Stadium. That includes Daniel Jones and Sam Darnold. So I'd beware Baker this week. If you got to play him, I get it. At running back, I don't love DeAndre Swift. His numbers have fallen, Scott, in 5 straight games. He had a 9-point stinker last week. He's looted some touches to Kyle Monin guy. And the Steelers' defense since week 6 has allowed just 2 touchdowns to running back, so I would consider Swift kind of a risk-reward flex option. And then we're going to stay in that game, and DK Metcalf. Where have you gone, DK? The numbers have been terrible. He scored fewer than 10 points in 3 of his last 4 games, and this has not been a good situation. Aaron Rodgers is banged up. We know that with the wrist injury. And even though the matchup's not bad, I still would fade DK Metcalf if I have depth at wide receiver.
All right, so in a lot of leagues, the trade deadline is right here. Who am I trading for if I want to win this league again?
I like Jackson Dart, and he's back at practice. We're not sure if he's going to play this week, but look at the schedule. If he plays this week, Lions, great matchup. Commanders, Vikings, Raiders, and the final 3 teams all in the fantasy playoffs. So that's big. I'd also try and get Bucky Irving. Why? Well, he hasn't played since week 4, so maybe you get a discount. It looks like they're ramping him up in Tampa Bay to come back. Maybe it's this week, maybe it's not. But if you're in a position where you're going to make the playoffs and you can get Bucky Irving at a reasonable price for that stretch run, I would do that. And then basically any Raven. Lamar Jackson, easiest schedule among quarterbacks for the rest of the season. Derrick Henry, 4th easiest schedule. Zay Flowers, 4th easiest schedule among wide receivers. Mark Andrews, easiest schedule. And you may ask why. They play the Jets and the Bengals twice. So that is a really good slate. So go and get some Ravens for that stretch run.
Mike, thanks so much. We'll talk to you again next week.
Have a great night.
Just ahead, we're going to get you one step closer to kickoff time. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Want live sports wherever you go?
And it goes in at the buzzer.
Get the Westwood One Sports app. Your front row seat to every big game right in your pocket. Download now. It's the one for live sports audio.
Mic drop.
You ready? Let's do it.
Hosted by former Navy SEAL Mike Ritland. It's raw.
I've been shot at, blown up, you name it.
It's unfiltered.
You know, you go to the sound of the guns.
It's weird. I mean, I've had so many near-death experiences.
It's tough talk from the top minds in their field.
What if the units took a guy out back and shot him?
Bam, you're gone.
I would choose to do what frogmen do. That's what I chose, and it's what I would choose again. I would do anything to bring my guys back.
Mic drop. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
It's the biggest shopping day of the year, Black Friday, and we're hooking up 5 lucky listeners with $1,000 cash. Head to our website now to enter this national contest for your chance to win the Black Friday shopping spree. So all you have to worry about is which store to hit first.
Cumulus Boost is the ultimate tool for effortless online reputation management. Say goodbye to the hassle of juggling multiple platforms. With Cumulus Boost, you can monitor reviews, respond promptly, and stay accurate across 65+ leading listing sites, all from a single user-friendly dashboard. Simplify your life without sacrificing quality or control. Ready to boost your business? Visit cumulusboost.com today. That's CUMULUS boost.com.
Of the 10,000 things that make up a human being, we have 20 things that we strongly disagree with. The other 9,980 things we both agree on.
Yeah. If you live in certainty all the time, and I'm not talking about just politics now, I mean certainty about anything.
Yankees versus Mets.
Right. Whatever it might be, you're cutting yourself off from the possibilities.
Tired of division? Let's talk for a change. Learn more at takeonesmallstep.org.
Welcome back to Westwood One's coverage of Thursday Night Football from the Progressive Insurance Studios. I'm Scott Graham. Progressive offers auto, home, and commercial auto insurance, plus a variety of business insurance options. Visit Progressive.com today. As we said at the top, this is an intriguing matchup tonight between the Bills and the Texans. I'll be back with more at halftime, looking ahead to Sunday Night Football, the Bucs-Rams game, doing it with the venerable wide receiver, Devontae Adams. But up next, we're going to head back to NRG Stadium, rejoin Kevin Kugler and Marcel Reese. You're listening to Thursday Night Football on Westwood One.
Hey, football fans with a 401k, IRA, or retirement account, you all know that defense wins football games. The same could be true when it comes to investing. Advantage Gold is a top-rated precious metals company in America and is helping investors protect their retirement from runaway inflation, falling dollar, and market volatility. Do you want help to diversify and protect your hard-earned money with physical gold and silver, but don't know where to get started? Learn more about Advantage Gold today. Text GOLD to 85545 and get your free gold and silver investment kit worth $49 absolutely free. Learn how to buy gold tax-free and penalty-free using your retirement account and a little-known tax loophole that'll feel better than watching your favorite team make a 50-yard field goal. But don't wait. The game clock is ticking. Text Advantage Gold today. It's easy. Text GOLD to 85545. That's GOLD to 85545 and request your free gold investment kit. Or visit us at AdvantageGold.com. Data and message rates may apply. Past performance is not indicative of future results. Consult your tax and financial professional before investing.
The holidays can feel overwhelming. Between your aunt's dating questions and your cousin's conspiracy theories, it's hard to find a moment of calm. Luckily, the KFC pot pie is only $4.99. That's a small price for the reward of holiday relaxation. Reclaim time to yourself and take a moment to relax with tender chicken, creamy sauce, and deliciously flaky breading. The KFC pot pie is your holiday escape, and it's only $4.99. Enjoy some finger-licking good time to yourself. You deserve it. Prices and participation may vary.
My Cause, My Cleats celebrates the positive impact that NFL players have made on and off the field in communities across America. This week, players across the league showcase their unique and customized cleats to recognize the various causes they are passionate about supporting. Visit NFL.com/MyCauseMyCleats to see the reveals, discover player stories, bid on their custom cleats for charity, and learn more about their commitment to making a difference in their communities.
Here's a tale of Becky. Didn't know what to do with new meds prescribed and no real cost clue.
She squinted at prices, that can't be right. Then tapped GoodRx and saw the light.
She can get a deal. Book telehealth if she feels.
Learn about those meds without any stress. That one little app does all the rest. Even my horse downloaded it. Dang, save time and money on prescriptions.
Check GoodRx. GoodRx is not insurance.
And Doug.
There's nowhere I wouldn't go to help someone customize and save on car insurance with Liberty Mutual, even if it means playing in a football game.
Boom! 42!
You're going down, Doug! Oh, yeah? Your price on car insurance when you customize and save is going down.
Hey!
Limu? What are you doing on their team? Only pay for what you need at LibertyMutual.com.
Liberty, 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 liberty.
Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is Westwood One, your home for Thursday Night Football. Thursday Night Football is on Westwood One.
Breaks a tackle in midfield. He's going to go all the way down the right sideline for a touchdown.
Tonight, it's the Houston Texans.
Here's the kick. It's good! The Texans win it at the buzzer, and they get back to 500. They drive down the field for the game-winning field goal. Houston 5-5.
And the Buffalo Bills.
Allen back to pass, now going to tuck it and run as he's looking for the end zone, and the surge pushes him in for his 6th touchdown of the game. He is a beast with a capital B.
Trying to stay as level as possible, not getting too high, not getting too low. You know, starting off 4-0 and we're the best team in the world. We lose 2 in a row when we're the worst team in the world, and it's like we don't want to ride that. We just want to stay here, stay consistent, continue to work hard, put together game plans, and go out there and execute on game days.
Kickoff is less than 15 minutes away. Let's head to the stadium and join Kevin Kugler and Marcel Reese.
NRG Stadium in Houston for a Week 12 AFC showdown between the 5-5 Texans and the 7-3 Buffalo Bills. I'm Kevin Kugler, joined by former 8-year NFL fullback Marcel Reese. Scott Graham will join us from our Westwood One studios at halftime. Two teams that have designs on the postseason, and as the calendar winds its way towards Thanksgiving and December beckons, this becomes a very important game for both of these teams. Can they continue on a winning path? The Houston Texans 5-2 in their last 7 games, and the Buffalo Bills coming off a dramatic and sound victory over a good Tampa Bay team, 44-32, to get to 7-3 on the season. When you look at this Buffalo team, Marcel, you cannot look at this team without starting with number 17, Josh Allen. That's the guy that makes this entire engine go for Buffalo.
You're absolutely right, Kevin. Josh Allen is a perennial MVP candidate. He can do everything from the quarterback position. He has the intangibles that everyone wants to look. He has the leadership capabilities, and on the field, he can make every single throw that you want a quarterback to make, and with his feet. That is the X factor when it comes to this Buffalo Bills offense. He can run like no other quarterback in this league, and he finishes. They really look to him to make everything happen.
DeMeco Ryans, the head coach of the Texans, was asked this week, will you put a spy on him? He was a little bit elusive in that, but he doesn't usually have to do too many gimmicks. This is a team that's able to get pressure with its front four. It's the best defense in the National Football League statistically, because you've got Will Anderson and Danielle Hunter on the ends that can wreak havoc for Josh Allen and that Buffalo offense.
Yeah, those two edge rushers and Hunter and Anderson Jr. are fantastic when they are rushing the passer. But for me, coming from a football perspective, Azeez Al-Shaair, number 0, the middle of that defense, he makes everything happen. He gets everyone in their place, and when that ball is snapped, number 0 is everywhere on the field. He can guard running backs, and when it comes to the point of attack, he is physical, and you want that in the middle of your defense. Shaair is a fantastic middle linebacker. Watch for him to make huge plays tonight.
Houston Texans offense has struggled some. C.J. Stroud is out for the 3rd straight game with a concussion that he suffered in the loss to the Denver Broncos here a few weeks ago. Davis Mills enters 4-1 in his last 5 starts, going against a Buffalo defense that's been good against the pass, second best pass defense in the National Football League. But they've struggled against the run, which is not necessarily a strength of this Houston Texans offense.
It's not a strength, but you have backs and playmakers who can make things happen in the run game, particularly Woody Marks. You have Nick Chubb, but Woody Marks is an X factor coming out of the backfield. He can catch passes, and he can run in between the tackles. So I'd like to see them make him a really good playmaker, going to him early and often in this game. I watched him at SC all year last year, and he was a major playmaker in the Big Ten, and he is primed and ready to be a playmaker here on Thursday Night Football.
When you look at Woody Marks, you look at a young man they took out of USC and a guy who can really take some pressure off of a quarterback in Davis Mills, again starting for the injured C.J. Stroud. The Buffalo defense has been taking it away a lot. 8 takeaways in the last 4 games. Can they harass Davis Mills into mistakes tonight? We're going to find out in just a few moments. They have dimmed the lights inside NRG Stadium for the player introductions. The Bills are on the field. The Texans coming up as we work our way towards kickoff between Buffalo and Houston. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Actor Michael Rosenbaum, he knows some of the most talented people in the business.
Let's get inside with Kevin Smith. This is a great house. Who knew playing Lex Luthor would pay this well? Now I want to see Gene Hackman's place, John Cryer's place. None will be as cool. And let's get inside of the great Tom Hopper.
I always love it when you have these long-form conversations, because you do these press tours. They come with this energy, the host.
What's it like? So tough.
And I just love just having a normal conversation.
And that's sort of what the podcast is.
The Inside of You podcast. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Hey, if you have ugly yellow toe fungus, you got to hear about the secret 2-minute trick that I found for my husband. It works from both the inside and the outside. Thousands of people are using it to get rid of their toe fungus. You can check it out at crystalflesh.com. Jake started off with a small spot on his big toe, and then it spread and got really bad. His toes were nasty. It was so embarrassing. He was afraid to take his socks off. He hid his yellow and crumbly toes from everyone. He tried everything to get rid of it. Nothing helped. And then we found crystalflesh.com. It was the only thing that worked. In just a few weeks, his toes looked amazing. He's now walking around barefoot again. You guys need to try this. I'm telling you, this stuff is different. It's not sold in stores, but go check it out at crystalflesh.com. They'll even let you try it risk-free, so you have nothing to lose. But whatever you do, don't let it get worse. You don't have to live with this anymore. Go check it out now. Just click over to crystalflesh.com.
U.S. soccer fans, get closer to the players, voices, and stories of the beautiful game with the U.S. Soccer Podcast. Megan Klingenberg, Alejandro Bedoya, and host David Gass bring you behind-the-scenes access to U.S. Soccer's 27 national teams, including exclusive interviews, stories, and spotlights. The U.S. Soccer Podcast is out now. Find it wherever you listen to podcasts.
Back at NRG Stadium as the fireworks have gone off inside here in Houston, which seems completely unsafe. Alongside Marcel Reese, I'm Kevin Kugler. Bills and Texans getting ready to go, and it's time now for tonight's winning playbook, sponsored by LinkedIn Ads. With LinkedIn Ads, every ad gets served to the MVPs you need. Get a $250 credit when you spend $250 on your first campaign. Go to linkedin.com/campaign. Terms and conditions apply. All right, Marcel, let's begin with the Bills. What do they need to do to win this one tonight?
So I'm going to go with the Bills offense as the key to the game. And not because it's the strength of this team, but because they are going against the best defense in the National Football League. And it does start with Josh Allen, but these running backs are going to be extremely important for the Bills' success. One, they're going to have to pick up significant blitzes when Nico Collins dials it up on third down. They have a three-headed monster running back with James Cook, Ray Davis, and Ty Johnson. They can all flat out play football. They're going to be big in the pass game, but also the run game, staying ahead of the sticks, because on third down, these defensive ends and this defensive line pin their ears back, and they are coming. Josh Allen can't hold on to the ball extremely long. Early in this game, I'd like to see some rhythm passes, getting it out of your hands, getting it into your playmakers, and wear this defense down.
Let's talk Texans then. What do you see for Houston to try to move above the 500 mark?
The Texans, they're going to have to tap into this offense. They're going to have to be able to run the ball. We talk about Nick Chubb and Woody Marks. Again, this is not just the running back, fullback guy talking about the running backs. They are important for this team. Woody Marks is a playmaker. He can make huge plays in the pass game, but in the run game, you have to keep that Buffalo Bills offense off the field. Allow your defense to rest and take the air out of the football is what we call it. Josh Allen, that offense can't score points if they're on the sideline watching your offense operate.
It's a similar philosophy that the Texans worked to perfection when they beat the San Francisco 49ers here at the end of October. They came out with a long, time-consuming march.
Yes.
Kyle Shanahan's offense was stuck on the sidelines. The Texans controlled the clock, and they won that game that day. Perhaps a similar strategy today, although they don't have C.J. Stroud to do it. They'll have to use Davis Mills to get that done.
You're exactly right. And Davis Mills is going to have to rely on some of his backs and some of his tight ends as security blankets to get the ball out of his hands and take pressure off of him. At the end of this game, and we'll look at it at halftime as well, time of possession can be a very important stat at the end of this game.
And it's one of those stats that the Buffalo Bills dominate. They're second in the NFL in time of possession. They hold the ball themselves for over 32 minutes per game. We are ready to get this one started in Houston. The opening kickoff is coming up. You're listening to Thursday Night Football on Westwood One.
If you're 55 or older and into that whole saving money thing, T-Mobile has an exclusive phone and internet bundle just for you. Right now, get 2 unlimited phone lines plus 5G home internet for just $30 each per month with autopay, plus taxes and fees. And with 5G home internet, setup is easy with just one cord and no technician needed, which is great if you're also into that whole keeping it simple thing. Switch now and experience the best mobile network in the U.S. Visit your local store to start saving. T-Mobile, it's better over here. Based on analysis by Ookla of speed test intelligence data Q4 2024 to Q1 2025. Ookla trademarks used under license. Unlimited on our network. Customers on voice plan may notice speeds lower than other customers and further reduction if using more than 50 gigs a month due to data prioritization. Video streams and SD on this plan. Home internet pricing after $20 a monthly bill credit plus $5 per line without autopay. Debit or bank account required. See 5G device coverage and access details at T-Mobile.com.
If you love to travel, Capital One has a rewards credit card that's perfect for you. With the Capital One Venture X card, you earn unlimited double miles on everything you buy. Plus, you get premium benefits at a collection of luxury hotels when you book on Capital One Travel. And with Venture X, you get access to over 1,000 airport lounges worldwide. Open up a world of travel possibilities with the Capital One Venture X card. What's in your wallet?
Terms apply. Lounge access is subject to change. See CapitalOne.com for details.
At Boot Barn, we believe that the cowboy boot is an American icon. Today's boots are not only rooted in history, but are enhanced with modern technology features for the working cowboy. Ariat boots are built with advanced technology that provides the comfort and support of a high-performance athletic shoe, yet still has the functionality and durability of the iconic cowboy boot. And at Boot Barn, we carry over 250,000 pairs of Ariat boots nationwide. Ariat at Boot Barn.
With Black Friday savings at the Home Depot, you can get up to $1,400 off, plus get free delivery on select innovative appliances like GE Profile. Add a touch of ease to your holiday with the all-in-one combo to wash and dry your laundry in one machine. And refrigerators with built-in convenient features like the dual dispense autofill water pitcher. Shop Black Friday savings on select GE Profile appliances, plus get free delivery now at the Home Depot. Free delivery on appliance purchases of $396 or more. Offer valid 11/5 through 12/3. U.S. only. See store or online for details.
250 years ago, a promise was made to connect families and friends near and far. And during the holidays, that promise is more important than ever. That's why USPS is building a better network to meet your needs with timely deliveries, easy and affordable ways to ship, and everything you need to make your season full of holiday cheer. Our purpose is delivering your peace of mind, knowing your love will arrive, bringing joy to all. The United States Postal Service. Learn more at USPS.com/holidays.
Welcome back to Thursday Night Football on Westwood One. It's time for another memorable moment in football history. Sponsored by Advantage Gold.
Fairbairn is 3 for 3 in overtime kicks. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is on its way. It is good! The Houston Texans in overtime have defeated the Buffalo Bills 22-19. They came all the way back down 16 in regulation, and they win it in overtime to advance to the next round of the postseason.
Tom McCarthy here on Westwood One in the wild card round of the 2019 season. 27 years after the Bills' historic comeback over the Oilers, the newer Houston franchise got some revenge. Down 16-0 in the third, the Texans rallied for 19 unanswered behind quarterback Deshaun Watson. But Josh Allen, in his first career playoff game, then led a 41-yard drive in the final minute to set up a game-tying field goal. The Texans were driving on the third possession in overtime when Watson magically spun free for a would-be sack and completed a 34-yard pass to Twan Jones, setting up Kaimi Fairbairn for that game-winning 28-yard kick. Houston would lose to Kansas City the following week, and despite a 6-2 record in the wild-card round, the Texans have never reached an AFC championship game. That's tonight's memorable moment in football history, sponsored by Advantage Gold. Defense wins football games. The same could be true when it comes to investing. Learn more about Advantage Gold. Text GOLD to 85545 now and request your free gold investment kit. Text GOLD to 85545. Visit AdvantageGold.com for terms. Message and data rates may apply. Buffalo has won the toss. They'll defer their choice to the second half, so we're going to get to see not the strength on strength, but the lesser of the two sides going head-to-head first. The Houston offense against the Buffalo defense, and can Davis Mills recapture some of the second half magic against the Tennessee Titans team that, let's face it, Marcel, has really struggled this year, but if they do have a bright spot, it is the defensive side, and the Houston Texans put up all 16 of their points last week in the second half.
We'll call it burying the lead. We're not seeing the good on good just yet, but they're primed and ready to go. What you're describing, going against a team that is struggling or a unit that is struggling, that's okay, because sometimes as a team it allows you to gain a little bit of a rhythm, and I'd love to see Davis Mills in this offense kind of pick up where they left off in that second half.
Time now for the opening kickoff, sponsored by T-Mobile. If you're 55 and up, T-Mobile has plans built just for you. Right now, you can save big with T-Mobile's phone
secured herself
and home internet bundle. Visit your local store to learn more. Texans in their battle red uniforms, red tops, red bottoms, red helmets. Moving from our right to our left, the Bills in the white tops, white bottoms, blue numerals on the front and back, the white helmets with the blue Buffalo logo on the side. And we are underway in Houston, week number 12 of Thursday Night Football. Jalen Noel will bring it over the right side to the 20-yard line. A little hesitation, and he's swallowed up at the 23. Nowhere to go with Sam Franklin right on the doorstep to bring him down. And Davis Mills, after the 20-yard return, will go to work. 4-1 in his last 5 starts. That's the good news. The bad news, he's taken 8 sacks in his last 2 starts, but he's won both of those games. Ariante Ursary, Juice Scruggs, Jake Andrews, Ed Ingram, Titus Howard from left to right along the offensive line. Dalton Schultz, the tight end, Nico Collins, Christian Kirk, Jaden Higgins, the wide receivers, and Woody Marks gets the start at running back tonight. Motion from the second tight end, Cade Stover. He goes over to the left side of the line, and on first down, play action. Bootleg to the left side, and it's dropped by Stover. Mills threw it a little bit low, and Stover, trying to turn it up the left sideline, drops the football, and it's 2nd down and 10 at the 22 as we set this Buffalo defense. Joey Bosa and Greg Rousseau on the ends, Daquan Jones and Deion Walker in the middle of that 4-man front. Matt Milano, Dorian Williams, and Terrell Bernard are the linebackers. Christian Benford, Tre'Davious White, Taron Johnson will play all 3 corners when they go nickel. Jordan Poyer and Cole Bishop are the safeties. 2nd down and 10 at the 22. In the shotgun formation, a single receiver to the right and left. Mark standing to the left of Davis Mills. He gets the handoff on the draw, up the middle, marks across the 25 and struggles forward to the 28-yard line. Terrell Bernard on the stop. It's a 6-yard gain, and it sets up 3rd and 4 for Houston.
Kev, I'm going to go back to that first play. It's a fantastic play call for the play one. You give Davis Mills, get a play action, and a nice, easy toss to Stover. Obviously, Stover has to make that catch for your quarterback and move upfield. It's not going to be a perfect pass. Then the second play, right now you have Woody Marks stepping in, inside zone, nice push. Now you have 3rd and manageable, staying ahead of the sticks.
Marks will motion out of the backfield, emptying it out. He goes out wide right. 3 receivers that direction, 2 wide to the left. Mills in the shotgun, gets the snap in his belly, steps up in the pocket, throws it down the right sideline, and he overshot his intended receiver. He was looking down that sideline for the rookie Jaden Higgins. Tre'Davious White on the coverage. No flags on the play. A 3-and-out for Houston as the punt team comes on.
And there shouldn't have been a flag on the play. Tre'Davious White really played that well. He stays on the rookie's hip, pushes them towards the sideline. Davis Mills would like to get that ball up a little further out to lead and outside so you can catch that right over the shoulder.
Tommy Townsend on to punt it away. Khalil Shakir standing with his toes at the 22. Townsend averaging nearly 49 yards per punt this year. This is a shorter one. Shakir creeping up to the 29. Fields it on the run at the 30, across the 35 with a flag down and out of bounds near the Buffalo 37-yard line. Run out by Jaden Reed. And now we'll hear it for the first time tonight from our referee, Adrian Hill. They'll sort out this penalty, likely backing Buffalo up.
During the return, holding against the return team, number 37. 10-yard penalty, 1st down Buffalo.
Jordan Hancock, the rookie from Ohio State, flagged for the hold during the return, and Josh Allen ready to go to work for the Buffalo Bills. Allen at quarterback behind the line of Deion Dawkins, David Edwards, Connor McGovern, Osiris Torrance, and Spencer Brown from left to right. Dalton Kincaid out tonight with a hamstring injury, so Dawson Knox comes in to play tight end. Joshua Palmer, Khalil Shakir, Tyrell Shavers, all 3 wide receivers expected to see a lot of action tonight with James Cook, 2nd in the league in rushing the football. Nearly 1,000 yards already, 968 on the season. He'll line up as the single back for Buffalo. Moving back to the 19-yard line, that's where the Bills start. They move from our left to our right. Under center goes Josh Allen on first down. Motion from Palmer to the left of the line. Now he'll motion from left to right. Allen under center, turns, gives to Cook, trying to find room over the right side, and he takes it from the 19 to the 23. It's a 4-yard pickup for James Cook. And the defense for the Texans, we've talked about Will Anderson and Daniil Hunter in the middle. Sheldon Rankins and Tim Settle round out that defensive line. Aziz Al-Shire, Henry To'oTo'o, the linebackers, they'll usually play with a nickel. Miles Bryant will see a lot of action for the injured Jalen Petrie, as will Jalen Mills, Kamari Lassiter, Jalen Reed, Kalen Bullock, and Derek Stingley, the others in the secondary. Second down and 6 from the 23. Allen under center, turns, play action fake. Rushed, he runs to the right side. Chase throws to the sideline, and it's dropped by Dawson Knox, who was trying to pirouette with his feet, tapping along the sideline and make the catch with Azeez Al-Shaair shoving him. He can't pull it in, and now 3rd and 6.
I love what both of these play callers are doing. They're calling rhythm plays. You see here, Joe Brady has a run called the very first play of the game, and you have James Cook getting 4 yards. That's an efficient run. That's what you have to do against this defense. Right now, you're looking at 3rd and a little bit longer than you want to be against this defense. I'd love to see Josh Allen attack the middle of the field.
3 receivers plus the running back to the left of the line. Allen into the gun along the right hash. 3rd down and 6 for Buffalo. Motion across from Shakir. Shotgun snap to Allen. Sits in the pocket, throws. Diving catch made by Shakir with a flag down. Shakir makes the catch at the 29. We're going to wait and see about the flag. Might be an ineligible man downfield, and that would negate what would have been a first down catch.
I think you're exactly right. We're looking at an ineligible player down the field.
We got to confirm the number, I believe, from Adrian Hill.
There is no foul in the play for an eligible player downfield, 4th down.
So he is short of the line to gain for the first down. The sliding catch by Shakir. They spot him at the 28, which is a yard short of where they need to go. Now we'll see if Sean McDermott, Buffalo's coach, wants them to look at that spot. They spot it. It's almost a full yard short. 4th and 1 from the 29 of Buffalo, and the Bills' offense stays out, Marcel.
This is a gutsy call, but again, you have 17 at
Number 70 is reporting eligible. Number 70 is reporting eligible at 7-0.
You have 17 at quarterback. You're bringing in your big group. I'd love to see if they're actually going to try and get him to jump off sides, or if you're just going to do a quarterback sneak. I can't imagine anything else.
4th and 1. They line up with Allen under center. I formation behind him. Allen leaping over the pile, and he's got a first down. Josh Allen, like his shoes were coated in flubber, jumping high over the entire line to move the chains.
You got to love that from Josh Allen. He's almost playing it like he's in the end zone, and he's stretching for the goal line. Secures it with 2 hands and knows all he has to do is get 1 single yard. And with that big 6'5" frame, you know he's going to get it.
To the 31-yard line. We've seen the tush push. This is the Bills bounce, and it gets the first down. Shakir in motion from right to left. Allen under center, turns and gives it to his running back, James Cook, who is stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Will Anderson and big Tommy Togiai combined on the stop, and it's 2nd and 10.
Yeah, you got it. Tommy Togiai is a player that is so vital and important to this Houston Texans defense. Every defense needs one. You're not going to have overwhelming stats, but he does the things that don't show up on the stat line. Clogs the middle, and every now and then he gets that big TFL or a big sack.
What a big pickup for them. He was cut by Atlanta last year. To get him off the waiver wire, become a mainstay in this defensive line. 2nd down and 10. Motion across from right to left from Tyrell Shavers. Allen looks right, throws it to the left side. Cook on a screen, trying to break free. A little juke move to the right, and Cook saw all kinds of battle red in front of him. Just 2 yards on the play. Daniil Hunter finishing him off. Really well defended by Houston.
It was well defended by Houston, but those are the plays that the Buffalo Bills are going to have. You have James Cook really just running a swing route to the left, and Josh Allen steps back, goes through his progression, doesn't see anything, gets it to an athletic back, one of his playmakers. And again, it's not 3rd and long, but you have a manageable 3rd down.
3rd down and 8 at the 33. 3 receivers right. Motion from Ty Johnson, split out wide to the right of his quarterback. Lining up on the left hash. They set up the screen to Johnson with blockers in front on the right sideline. He's got a first down and more. Across the 45 and out of bounds at the Buffalo 46. Azeez Al-Shaair chased him down. 13-yard pickup. First down, Buffalo.
There's nothing like an offensive coordinator making my pregame predictions correct, right? These running backs have to be a vital part of the offensive scheme, not just running the ball, but also in the pass game. You have to stretch this defense out. They're big, they're strong, they're tough. There, you got another swing pass, nice and easy rhythm throw, get down the field.
10:15 to go first quarter, scoreless. Buffalo's first possession, a 1st and 10 at their 46. Allen will go under center, offset backs behind him with Cook, the running back. Play action. Allen will set up, throw to the left side. It's Dawson Knox with a catch at midfield. Shrugs off Alshire, who chases him out of bounds as he goes down at the 44-yard line. A pickup of nearly 10. Looks to be second and about a half yard for Buffalo in Houston territory.
And this is what those rhythm passes do for you. They're almost like pseudo runs. You're not necessarily handing the ball off, but you're throwing it behind the line of scrimmage and stretching this defense out. Now they go for the play action. You can get it to your tight end down. You gain 9 yards on first down. Now the playbook is wide open. Let's take a shot.
2nd down and 1. Ball just inside the Houston 45. Offset backs with Gilliam, the fullback. Play action. Allen wants to take that shot. Throws it over the left side, and it's incomplete. He skipped it to Joshua Palmer, who was well covered at the Houston 32. Miles Bryant was in front. Kalen Bullock behind, and now 3rd and 1 for Buffalo.
That's the luxury of staying ahead of the sticks, getting way ahead of the sticks on 2nd and 1. The entire playbook is open. Right there, you can tell Josh Allen checked to that pass. It looks like with too high, he should have been in a pre-snap, gone back to the run, stayed the pass because he knew he had a 3rd and very, very short. He has his first down coming.
3rd and inches for Buffalo. Heavy to the left of the line. Allen goes under center. 3rd and inches, motion from the tight end. The handoff is to Cook. Cook finds a hole, and he breaks into the secondary. Cook down the right sideline on a diagonal to the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. 45 yards, and James Cook gives the Bills a 6-0 lead in the first quarter.
I love this play and this run, particularly by James Cook. He stays extremely patient. This is a gap scheme run, meaning you have a puller. He comes out, he's vision. He goes outside, but comes back inside ahead of the lead block by fullback Reggie Gilliam. You got to give the fullback some love on the kickout block. And James Cook in the end zone for 7.
Extra point try coming for Matt Prater, the veteran 41-year-old kicker. Good snap and hold, and the kick by Prater is wide left, no good. It was an epidemic in Week 11 in the National Football League. Missed extra points, blocked extra points. And Week 12 starts the same way as Prater misses just his 2nd extra point of the season. You can't blame the elements. We're indoors in Houston and a 6-0 lead for Buffalo with 9:11 to play in quarter number 1. This is Westwood One's coverage of the National Football League.
Hey, if you have ugly yellow toe fungus, you got to hear about the secret 2-minute trick that I found for my husband. It works from both the inside and the outside. Thousands of people are using it to get rid of their toe fungus. You can check it out at crystalflesh.com. Jake started off with a small spot on his big toe, and then it spread and got really bad. His toes were nasty. It was so embarrassing. He was afraid to take his socks off. He hid his yellow and crumbly toes from everyone. He tried everything to get rid of it. Nothing helped. And then we found crystalflesh.com. It was the only thing that worked. In just a few weeks, his toes looked amazing. He's now walking around barefoot again. You guys need to try this. I'm telling you, this stuff is different. It's not sold in stores, but go check it out at crystalflesh.com. They'll even let you try it risk-free, so you have nothing to lose. But whatever you do, don't let it get worse. You don't have to live with this anymore. Go check it out now. Just click over to crystalflesh.com.
NBA veteran Jim Jackson takes you on the court.
You get a chance to dig into my 14-year career in the NBA and also get the input from the people that will be joining. Charles Barkley.
I'm excited to be on your podcast, man. It's an honor.
Spike Lee, entrepreneur, filmmaker, Academy Award winner.
Knicks fans.
Now you see, I got you. But also how sports brings life, passion, music, all of this together.
The Jim Jackson Show, part of the Rich Eisen Podcast Network. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.
Time now for the opening kickoff.
From kickoff to the final whistle, hear Westwood One's exclusive play-by-play of every primetime NFL game.
Great job pushing for the first down. That is a first down. First and goal at the 3.
NFL play-by-play lives on Westwood One.
In overtime, 4-man front, receiver in motion, low snap, he runs and he throws, caught, touchdown, it's caught.
Westwood One, the home of NFL play-by-play.
30, the 20, far side 10, touchdown.
Listen live on the Westwood One Sports app.
Buffalo with the 6-0 lead, 9:11 remaining in quarter number 1. Let's check
Toyota
the drive summary
time
sponsored by
of 10
IHOP.
plays, 81 yards, 4 minutes and 44 seconds. Driven to you by Toyota, the official car truck of the Buffalo Bills, and finished off by James Cook's 45-yard run. Also, guys, while I'm down here, let's remind you, all of our sideline reports are brought to you by Stellar Roofing. The Stellar Roofing sideline report, with quality counts, choose Stellar Roofing, siding, and windows. Need to give Stellar their love after a little technical issue earlier. Back to you.
Totally understood. That was Dynabrade Tools' first strike of the game, powered by Dynabrade Tools, inspired in Buffalo, built by Wins. With that 45-yard touchdown run by Cook, he has gone over 1,000 rushing yards on the season, and he becomes just the third Bills back to do so in the first 11 games of the season. The other two are in the Hall of Fame, O.J. Simpson and Thurman Thomas. Jalen Knoll deep to return for the Texans. And Prater will look to kick this one away. He missed the extra point. It's his second missed extra point of the season. So it's 6-0 Buffalo. Kick is up and away and fielded by Knoll at the 4. Out to the 15, cuts to the middle of the field, 20, 25, 30. Tries to get through a hole, spins off a tackle, and he's brought down from behind by Dorian Williams. But he's all the way out to the 42-yard line. A nice return there for the Texans offense.
Bills defense was able to force a 3-and-out on the first possession of the game for the Texans. Davis Mills off the mark on his first throw, held him to a 6-yard run, and then Tre'Davious White with the great coverage on third down.
Number 57 is reporting eligible. Number 57 is reporting eligible. 57.
So the Texans going heavy with the 6th offensive lineman. That's Blake Fisher, who is at the end of the formation on the right, along with the tight end. Offset eye here from Houston on 1st and 10. Motion from the fullback in the backfield. Mills hands it off to Marks, dodges a defender in the backfield. Or it's Nick Chubb on the carry there, the veteran, in for the second series as he's out to the 47-yard line.
It's an interesting alignment there by the Bills. Max Hairston was actually playing deep. Cole Bishop was playing in the box. And then they had base defense on the field with Shaq Thompson.
Terrell Bernard on the tackle. It was a gain of 6.5. So it's second and a short 4 here. Mills back under center. Chubb the lone setback. Receiver to each side. Play clock down to 5. Here's the snap. Hand off to Chubb, dancing in the hole. Now lunges forward. He's got the first down as he's into Buffalo territory. Deion Walker brought him down, but he's dropped at the Buffalo 47. And it's a fresh set of downs for Houston.
And this is what's plagued this Bills defense this season. It's no penetration up front, which is allowing these guys to get on the backers to pick up some of these chunk runs. And there they go, back-to-back runs for a first down.
Chubb going to stay in the game here. And that guy is a medical miracle. With all the knee injuries he's had, it's amazing he's still playing. Mills takes the snap, fakes the handoff, play action, rolling to his right, fires, and it's complete on a crosser to Higgins, the rookie out of Iowa State, and he's right at the first down marker. The spot will determine whether it's a first down. And it looks like it's going to be 2nd and inches here.
Run a play-action rollout to the right. T.J. Sanders actually read it, but not fast enough to get up the field. T.J. Sanders comes back off of injury. Originally a defensive tackle, but is playing a lot of defensive end for this Bills team just based upon the injuries.
So replay assist chimes in and says, hey, it's a first down. Cole Bishop made the tackle. This Buffalo Bills radio broadcast brought to you by Northwest Bank. At Northwest Bank, we're here for what's next, like the next winning play. Woody Marks has checked back into the backfield, the rookie out of USC. Mills under center. And it fakes the handoff, play action. Looking deep down the left sideline, and he overshot the target. The ball was actually closer to a defensive back as Benford saw it late and couldn't quite make a play on the ball. He was the closest player to the throw.
Yeah, there was 2 Texans receivers that fell in between. Christian Benford was looking to make a play on the receiver. One of the receivers ends up seeing the ball late. But yes, he was the closest one to that one. After some successful runs, the Texans go with 2 play-action passes in a row.
6:44 left opening quarter. Bills up 6-0. But the Texans are driving here. 2nd and 10 at the Buffalo 37. Mills under center. Motion left to right from Hutchinson. Handoff goes and inside, missing a tackle, and running for a first down is Woody Marks. Terrell Bernard missed him in the hole, and he goes for a first down. Rousseau and Poyer on the tackle.
Yeah, that one looked like it was going to be a tackle right at the line of scrimmage. Instead, Woody Marks breaks through an arm tackle, goes right in between TJ Sanders and Terrell Bernard to get into the secondary to pick up another first down.
So he's down to the 25-yard line for a fresh set of downs here as we come up on 6 minutes left opening quarter, and the Texans are on the move. Marks still in the backfield. Mills under center. Here's the snap. Pitch play right. Blockers in front, and he's through a hole and racing up the sideline. Poyer makes the tackle and saves a touchdown, but it's going to be 1st and goal Houston after a 19-yard run to the 6-yard line.
These off the edges runs have plagued this Bills defense this season. Joey Bosa unable to keep contained on the outside. Christian Benford blocked at his cornerback spot, which left that one wide open. It's a good job in the open field by Jordan Poyer to bring him down. But the Texans are threatening. Got the ball at the 6-yard line. This is the 2nd worst red zone offense in the league this season.
Marks in the backfield by himself. Receiver to each side. Tight end motion right to left. Handoff to Marks. And they've got him plugged up in the middle there. As dropping him is Rousseau. He knifed in from the right side of the formation and grabbed him in the backfield. He lunged forward to get back to the original line of scrimmage. No gain.
It's a great play by Rousseau. Rousseau's been one of the better run defenders for the Bills throughout this season. He often uses his length to separate himself from the blockers to be able to disengage for a tackle.
Agumbawale, the heavier setback, is in the game. Mills going to operate from the shotgun here. 2 receivers left. Here's the snap. Throws to the right side, and he missed his intended target, Jalen Knoll. The receiver, he ran a sprint out route straight to the sideline, and Mills just missed him.
Yeah, he led him too far to the outside. I don't think he was going to get in for the touchdown anyways, but it would have made them closer to the goal line. So Bills got them at a 3rd, and they're going to call it 5. That ball sitting right between the 5 and 6-yard line.
Coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for what's next. Texans going to go empty set here. 3 to the left. Well, now 1 to the right as they bring the back. Agumbawale into the backfield for protection. Mills in the shotgun. Play clock down to 3. Here's the snap. 4-man rush back to pass. Fires into the corner, and it's through the hands and incomplete as the pass was intended for Christian Kirk, but Taron Johnson with tight coverage was in the vicinity. But the ball again, Eric, off the mark as Davis Mills has struggled to be accurate with his throws here early.
He has been, and he's been off the mark on a number of throws. He starts this game 1 for 6 passing, and so the Texans were able to march down the field with their run game. But we mentioned 2nd worst offense in the red zone and scoring touchdowns. The Bills are going to make them settle for a field goal attempt.
Kaimi Fairbairn on for a 24-yard attempt from the right hash, back from injury. Hold is down, kick is up, and it is good. So with 4:32 left in the opening quarter, the Texans cut the Bills' lead in half. It's 6-3 Buffalo. This is Buffalo Bills football.
For 13 years, Whitesboro Plow Shop of Watertown has been your factory direct Fisher plow dealer. Now they're both Fisher and Western. That's right. Whitesboro Plow Shop is now your factory direct Western plow dealer, carrying a full line of Western plows, sanders, and accessories alongside Fisher. And remember, they service all brands of plows. Don't get left in the cold. Be ready before the snow flies. Stop by Whitesboro Plow Shop, Outer Washington Street, Watertown.
Caskinette It's savings made simple at Cascanet Ford. Right now, everyone qualifies for special X-Plan pricing. No code, no hassle, just instant savings on select new Fords, including the hot new Escape. That's right, you pay the special price, no strings attached. So drive the value, feel the difference. Visit us on Route 26 in Carthage or click CascanetFord.com.
North Country saves big at Cascanet Ford.
The temps are dropping, but Rudd's Town & Country in Watertown is heating up the season. Stay warm and game day ready with Burn snowsuits, the garment that grows, plus outerwear, merino wool base layers, and insulated boots. Grab Darn Tough socks with a lifetime warranty, cozy hats and gloves. And don't forget the hand warmers. Special deal. Buy any Burn clothing and get a free Burn beanie. Visit Rudd'sTownandCountryStore.com or call 315-782-0076. Rudd's Town & Country, keeping Bills fans warm all winter long.
Northern Tier Contracting. They bring 3 decades of experience to meet all your construction needs. Northern Tier Contracting takes pride in quality construction performed by dedicated craftsmen. Northern Tier Contracting is committed to be the most complete general contractors in the North Country, managing all stages of each project, working with architects through construction and delivery. See them online at northerntiercontracting.com or call them in Governor at 315-287-0208.
L.A. Quarry. Crushed limestone is what they do, and all their crushed limestone is 100% locally sourced from their own quarry in Lafarsville. They deliver locally, many times on the same day. L.A. Quarry also does driveways and stone foundations. They have the limestone to improve your property. Located at 19309 Grove Cemetery Road in Lafarsville, just watch for the huge sign next to the cemetery. Proudly owned by the Thompson family for 35 years. Call L.A. Quarry at 315-658-2004.
You ready? Because with a Toro snowblower, you will win winter. Head to your local Toro dealer today and get great deals and financing, and find out why Toro is the #1 brand in snowblowers. Toro, count on it. Burville Power Equipment has a great selection of new Toro products and amazing services for equipment repairs. Stop into their massive showroom today for a newly expanded parts and service department. Save big on everything Toro. Burville Power Equipment, Route 12, just south of Watertown.
What's happening in North Country? Winter's rolling in like a rock and roll guitar solo. And I'm Brendan Laverty here at FX Caprera Honda. When the snow starts to fly, you need traction, confidence, and a ride that won't miss a beat. I've got brand new Hondas that handle the slick stuff like pros. CRVs, HRVs, pilots, passports, you name it. They grip the road tighter than a power cord. And if you're looking to turn it up a notch, check out our massive lineup of pre-owned trucks and SUVs from all the biggest names. Ford, Chevy, Toyota, GMC, Ram, you name it. We've got it tuned up and ready to roll. Trade in that old ride and get something built for North Country winter tours. Come see me, Brendan Laverty, at FX Caprera Honda, right off I-81 on Bradley Street in Watertown. Because here, the cars rock, the deals roll, and the winter driving never sounded so good. FX Caprera Honda. Let's roll into winter like rock stars. And don't worry, our entire selection is right on your phone. You can find it all at fxhonda.com.
94 Rock WOTT.
Off to Cook, through a hole on the right side, stumbles through the hole to the second level, and gets out to the 17, maybe the 18-yard line. Derek Barnett on the tackle, but it's a gain of 6. It'll set up 2nd and 4, and that's the kind of on-schedule football the Bills want on offense tonight, Eric.
Absolutely. Against this defense, one of the keys to the game was to play balanced, efficient football. Josh goes 4 for 6 on the first drive, and then they have the home run by James Cook, but a balanced attack so far in this one.
Ty Johnson flared out to the left in the backfield. Now comes back next to Allen in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Here's the snap. Tunnel screen for Shakir, and the Texans are all over it. He gets nothing on the play. As a matter of fact, might have lost a yard, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 6. Kamari Lassiter was the first one on the scene, but he had a lot of help in a hurry.
Yeah, they expected that one, and the Bills run a number of those screens, so teams expect it. Now, oftentimes, they'll give a screen look, which opens up bigger plays down the field.
And Shakir's coming off as he got spun around awkwardly on that play. We know he's already dealing with ankle and rib injuries, so he comes to the sideline and late into the huddle here with 19 on the play clock. Another late substitution. They're never going to get this play off. They're going to have to call a timeout. They're all kinds of messed up. Play clock down to 8. They're going to have to burn one here.
Yeah, Sean McDermott walking down to the official now. He's going to call it right now.
Timeout, Buffalo. They're first. This will be a 30-second timeout.
This team timeout is brought to you by Kaleida Health. It's the official healthcare provider of the Buffalo Bills. Care runs deep at Kaleida Health. Big 3rd and 6 here, Eric, to keep this drive alive. As we watch the replay on Shakir, he gets spun around, and then as he tries to get extra yardage, I mean, it looks rather innocuous, but you got legs draped all over his ribs, which are sore, and
it looks like he's going to get examined for a head injury. He's with the independent neurologist on the sideline, I believe, who's often wearing the red cap on the sideline. So because of that injury, your substitution pattern gets all screwed up, and the Bills have to use one of their timeouts with 3:13 left in this first quarter. Hopefully Shakir's okay. They come in under man at receiver based upon the Curtis Samuel injury as well. Then Dalton Kincaid also out in this one.
Elijah Moore in for Shakir. Ty Johnson flared out to the left in the backfield. Allen in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the right. Tight end left. Crowd getting into it now on 3rd and 6. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Allen has time. Now steps up in the pocket. Pressure coming, and he's sacked from behind. Absolutely drilled. And he is in pain. Allen is hurt on that play. He got absolutely flattened from behind by Will Anderson Jr., and Allen is injured on the field.
This is not good. And Josh did not see that coming. Against this Texans pass rush in that situation, you got to get up the field and take what they're giving you. Josh immediately goes to the ground onto his stomach, and he was kicking his legs
in pain
before rolling onto his back.
And it looks like his left wrist got pinned under his body on the way to the ground and rolled through his face mask. So his wrist is on the ground, and his head gets driven into his wrist, and his face mask runs up his wrist and the end of his arm.
And Josh actually had to leave the game last year, and he talked about it this week. He got beat up in that game a year ago against the Texans.
And don't forget his rookie year, he injured his elbow and missed the next 3 games.
Yeah.
This is a house of horror for Josh Allen's health.
It is. In there, he scrambled up in the pocket and thought he had time to work the ball down the field. Thought he was going to take off running with it. He's on the bench right now.
He said, I'm good, if I can read lips.
Yeah, he said he's good. I mean, Josh is as tough as it gets in the NFL.
That's where he should have just taken off and run, though, for yardage. Can't sit there. Those guys come and kill you. Wisnowski's punt is up and away. Fair catch signaled for and pulled in at the 34-yard line by Knoll. Reimer Home Services for your heating, cooling, plumbing, and electrical needs. Get Reimer on the horn today. Call 716-908-6828 or visit reimer.com. 6-3 Buffalo. Houston has the football. This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
This Buffalo Bills broadcast is being brought to you by Northwest Bank. For what's next, get started at northwest.com.
By Fiegel Carr and Joyce, your border attorneys.
By Witham, a smart play for your tax, accounting, and business advisory needs.
By Kaleida Health, the official healthcare provider of the Buffalo Bills.
By ECMC, my choice, better health, ECMC.
By Univera Healthcare, right here for Western New York teams, on and off the field.
And by Catholic Health, the right way to care.
Paid actors represent actual clients. When a car hit me, I called my attorneys at the Barnes firm. They got me $2 million, 40 times more than the insurance offered.
Hi, I'm Rich Barnes. What's your case really worth? Call the Barnes firm now. You might be surprised.
After my car accident, I didn't know if I had a case. So I called my attorneys at the Barnes firm. They got me $600,000.
Do you have a case? Call our Buffalo office now and find out.
Past results don't predict future outcomes. 451 grinder, 500 Pearl.
FanDuel's getting you ready for game day with an offer you won't want to miss. New customers can bet just $5 and get $300 in bonus bets if you win. Pick a bet $5, and if it wins, you'll unlock $300 in bonus bets to use all across the app.
21 plus and physically present in New York. First online real money wager only. $5 first deposit required. Bonus issue is non-withdrawable bonus bets which expire 7 days after receipt. Restrictions apply. See terms at sportsbook.fanduel.com. For help with a gambling problem, call 1-877-8-HOPE-NY or text HOPE-NY 467-369.
Hey, Ryan Reynolds here. Wishing you a very happy half-off holiday because right now Mint Mobile is offering you the gift of 50% off unlimited. To be clear, that's half price, not half the service. Mint is still premium, unlimited wireless for a great price. So, that means a half day, yeah?
Visit mintmobile.com/radio. Upfront payment of $45 for 3-month plan equivalent to $15 per month required. New customer offer for first 3 months only. Speed slow after 35 gigabytes if network's busy. Taxes and fees extra. See mintmobile.com.
This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
The Bills chasing the New England Patriots in the AFC East. They will take on the Cincinnati Bengals Sunday at 1 p.m. We'll get a status update on Joe Burrow tomorrow. That's your NFL scoreboard, delivered to you by the UPS store. Be unstoppable. Good news, Josh Allen on the sidelines. Looks like he's been checked out. He's smiling and laughing with the trainers. They are still talking to him, but I could read his lips. It looked like he said, I'm good and I'm fine. He's been looking at the tablet. He's been looking down, talking with trainers. They are still checking him out, guys, but it appears from everything I see that Josh Allen looks good to go, ready back in this game. Khalil Shakir is out of the tent. We'll give you an update on him. He was being evaluated for a head injury a little while ago.
1st and 10 for Houston here at their own 34. Mills under center, receiver to each side, and the deep set back is Chubb. Here's the snap, handoff to Chubb, looking to come right up the gut, and they close the hole quickly as A.J. Epinesa was in there first, got some help from Terrell Bernard and Shaq Thompson, but not before a gain of 4. That's going to set up 2nd and 6 here from the 38. Chris Brown, Eric Wood coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for what's next. Bills up 6-3. But Houston with the football here as we're winding down the first quarter, approaching 2 minutes left. 2 receivers left, one to the right, and Marks, the running back, splits out outside the numbers on the right side as well. Mills in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Has time. Fires down the right sideline, and he missed another target as Jaden Higgins got turned around on the route. There was pressure coming from Daquan Jones, and once again, Mills had to let it fly early. Let's go down the sidelines to Sal.
Yeah, guys, Khalil Shakir has been cleared. He was evaluated for a head injury. That is a Barnes Firm injury report brought to you by the Barnes Firm. Injured, for help, call 1-800-8-million. Still nothing on Josh Allen, but he's sitting there looking at the tablet.
Higgins shook Tre'Davious White out of his shoes, actually made him fall backwards on the play to the ground. Higgins was completely wide open. Thank God for Daquan Jones there to create the pressure and an errant throw.
3 receivers left, one to the right. Mills in the shotgun here on 3rd and 6. Back to pass, fires to the left sideline. It's caught and inbounds. No, they say out of bounds. They say his second foot hit the sideline. Higgins did not get both feet in bounds as he beat White on a sideline route for a first down, but it goes for naught. Incomplete.
They're going after Tre'Davious White with the rookie Higgins and just barely unable to get his second foot down, so the Bills are going to force their second 3 and out of the game.
The ruling on the field is an incomplete pass. Please set the game clock to 1:52, the time of the incompletion. Please set the play clock to 25. Clock will start in the snap.
Davis Mills starts this game 1 for 8.
So back to kick this one away is Austin Brinkman. Khalil Shakir deep to return for Buffalo. Good to see him back in the game. Here's the snap. Kick is a high driven ball, and Shakir going to let this go over his head as it's going to take a bounce at the 1 and back into the field of play and downed at the 4-yard line. 57-yard punt, no return, and another horrible drive start for the Bills offense. That thing bounced sideways.
The Bills came into the Buccaneers game with the second worst starting field position in the NFL. It improved a week ago based upon their returns and an interception by Cole Bishop in Buccaneers territory. I'm not sure how that ball is driven that far, hits at the 1, and then comes backwards. But the Bills, again, going to start with terrible field positions. All 3 drives starting inside their own 20, and this one's going to be spotted at the 5. Good news for the Bills, though, is that Josh Allen is back there on the field for this Bills team. I think collectively, all of our hearts sunk when we saw Josh Allen down on the ground writhing in pain, and he wasn't able to fall naturally on that play either because the ball was actually knocked loose and he had to go after the ball because he was going to throw it on the play.
Bills going heavy personnel to start this drive. 2 tight ends and the fullback Reggie Gilliam on the field. Cook is the lone setback, but he's 2 yards deep in his end zone as it's 1st and 10 from the 5. Allen under center. Motion right to left from Hawes. Handoff goes to Cook. Bounces it outside, and the pursuit is heavy. He gets a yard on the carry. Daniil Hunter tracked him down with some help from Jalen Reed, the safety.
I thought Cook had a hole there inside that he could have cut it back. And you get to see the replay. Jackson Hawes was driven back on the play, going against Daniil Hunter. Daniil Hunter, one of the most physically imposing defensive ends in the league.
Has 9 sacks on the season. 2nd and 9 here for Buffalo as we come up on a minute left opening quarter. Bills up 6-3. Allen in the shotgun. 2 receivers left with the tight end, or to the right, 1 to the left. Play clock down to 2. Here's the snap. 4-man rush. Allen has time. Looks down the left sideline, and it's complete to Gabe Davis, who's wrestled to the turf, but he's out to the 28-yard line. It's a 22-yard pass play and a first down.
A deep comeback route on the outside by Gabe Davis. Excellent pass protection there. Josh Allen with feet in the end zone on the drop back. Offensive line gave him plenty of time to work that route down the field. Gabe Davis was physical at the comeback point, which allowed Josh Allen an open throwing lane.
Kamari Lassiter on the tackle there. Allen under center here on 1st and 10 from the 28. Motion right to left by Palmer. Here's the snap. Handoff to Cook. Cutback lane is there, but it fills quickly as the second-level defenders for Houston are able to get Cook to the ground, but he's out to the 34 as that's going to set up 2nd and 4 after a gain of 6, but the first quarter has come to a close. It's time to make the switch to the second quarter, brought to you by Northwest Bank, the team that brings you expert advice right in your neighborhood. Go to northwest.com, Northwest Bank, for what's next. 6-3 Buffalo. This is Buffalo Bills football.
Kevin Fear from Mattress Express, and we only do it once a year. It's our legendary Thanksgiving night sale, our biggest sale of the year, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. only, all staff working voluntarily. And you get to take your pick with select luxury sets, a $1,500 prepaid Visa card, or a massage chair, or a 100-inch TV. This is legendary. Take up to 5 years to pay with no money down for qualified buyers and no credit check payment plans. In Watertown on Arsenal Street, Erie Boulevard in Syracuse, Oswego on 104, Cortland on Route 281, and Clay on Route 31 up by Great Northern Mall, New Hartford Commercial Drive next to Pet Supplies Plus, Auburn in the Movieplex Plaza, and we have a new store in Rome in the Black River Plaza. Go to mattressexpressny.com for exact locations. Call 1-800-NEW-BIDS, but only on Thanksgiving night, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Caskinet Ford. It's savings made simple at Caskinet Ford. Right now, everyone qualifies for special X-Plan pricing. No code, no hassle, just instant savings on select new Fords, including the hot new Escape. That's right, you pay the special price, no strings attached. So drive the value, feel the difference. Visit us on Route 26 in Carthage or click CaskinetFord.com.
North Country saves big at Caskinet Ford.
The temps are dropping, but Rudd's Town & Country in Watertown is heating up the season. Stay warm and game day ready with Burn snowsuits, the garment that grows, plus outerwear, merino wool base layers, and insulated boots. Grab Darn Tough socks with a lifetime warranty, cozy hats and gloves. And don't forget the hand warmers. Special deal. Buy any Burn clothing and get a free Burn beanie. Visit Rudd'sTownandCountryStore.com or call 315-782-0076. Rudd's Town & Country, keeping Bills fans warm all winter long.
94 Rock WOTT.
Driven by your Upstate Honda dealers. For great deals on the entire Honda lineup, visit your Upstate Honda dealer today.
This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
For you here, first the Barnes Firm injury report. Injured for help, call 1-800-8-million. Bills left tackle Deion Dawkins is in the medical tent right now, being evaluated for a concussion. Also, let's get to the Stellar Roofing sideline report. When quality counts through Stellar Roofing siding and windows. Guys, we told you about a birth. Now it's a birthday. Happy birthday to Ray Davis. He's 26 today. Maybe something in the cards for him today.
Yeah, we'll see, and we'll check back with you on Deion when we have more information. In the meantime, Allen under center on 2nd and 4 from the 34. Ryan Vandemark in at left tackle for Deion Dawkins for now. Takes the handoff, play action, rolling right, fires to the sideline, complete to Hawes. He's got the first down, and he's wrestled out of bounds and over the Bills' sideline as they're going to mark him out at the 42. So it's a gain of 8 on the play and a first down. E.J. Speed wrestled him out of bounds.
Texans might have the best pass rushing duo on the edges in the league. This is going to be a tough spot for Vandermark. If you're not able to get Deion Dawkins back out there, you're likely to see tight ends or running backs chipping on the edge to help out Vandermark in this situation.
Chris Brown, Eric Wood coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for what's next. Just underway in the second quarter. Bills up 6-3. First and 10 from the 42. Allen under center. Handoff goes to Cook. Cuts it all the way back, and he's got it opening up the right sideline. 50, 45, and just chooses to go out of bounds after he has the first down into Houston territory at the 45. It's a 15-yard scamper for James Cook.
James Cook off to a hot start in this one. 7 attempts, 75 yards, averaging over 10 yards a carry on this Houston defense. That on the season, 4th in the NFL, only giving up 3.9 yards per carry. That was an inside zone run to the left. He goes all the way out the back door when Houston over pursues. Incredible vision by James Cook.
Cook to the left of Allen in the shotgun. Bunch formation left. Single receiver right. They're going to run the screen to Moore. Going to try to get the edge, and nothing doing, as he is going to be dropped for a 3-yard loss. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
WOTT, Calcium, Watertown, Adams. A community broadcaster station. 94 Rock WOTT. The only station that really rocks.
Back here in Houston at NRG Stadium. Chris Brown, Eric Wood coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for what's next. So the 1st and 10 play to Elijah Moore goes for a loss of 3, and that's helmet-to-helmet contact, and that's why the flag was thrown. They choose to pick it up.
Yeah, I think they're saying he wasn't defenseless on the play. And it wasn't an egregious hit. Good news for the Bills, though. Deion Dawkins back in at left tackle.
Allen in the shotgun here. Ray Davis into the game to the right of Allen here on 2nd and 13. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Here's the snap. Allen back to pass, has time, fires over the middle, complete to Palmer, who's inside the 40 to the 38-yard line. It's a 10-yard pass play, and it's going to set up 3rd and 3. Jalen Reed, the safety, made the tackle.
It's a great quick read by Josh Allen. Finds Palmer on the in cut to set up a 3rd and manageable. And so now you got the ball at the Texans 38. This could potentially be 4-down territory here for the Bills. Wouldn't surprise me to see a run here. Not likely after seeing Josh Allen go down to see a bunch of designed quarterback runs here in this game.
2 receivers right, tight to the formation. Allen under center, single receiver left. Fakes the handoff, throws it out to the right side. Caught by Shakir, but he's run down and stopped from getting the first down. He gets maybe a yard on the play to the 37. Alshire and Miles Bryant ran him down.
Bills going to keep their offense on the field. This Texans defense has got speed at all 3 levels, and they show it off there as Alshire, their middle linebacker, goes all the way out to the flat off the play action to stop him before getting the first.
So the Bills going for it here on 4th and 2 from the 37. Allen in the shotgun. A receiver and a tight end and a running back on the left, 1 to the right. Here's the snap. Back to pass, 4-man rush. Fires, looking down the sideline, and it's complete for a first down to Ty Johnson. The running backs are involved again, and they are eating. 19 yards on the pass play as the Bills are in the Relax red zone. Relax, we got this.
That's an incredible throw there by Josh Allen to get one-on-one against the safety Reed. He goes underneath the wide receiver for the Bills that was on an in-breaking route, unable to have the closing speed to get back out to get him in time.
1st and 10. And a handoff going to go to Ty Johnson, who's stoned in the backfield as shooting the gap and burying him is the former Bill, Tim Settle, who stares at the Bills bench for a second.
Yeah, Tim Settle didn't do much during his time with the Bills, then goes down to Houston, has had a little bit of a resurgence there on the backside. He beats Spencer Brown into the B gap in between him and Osiris Torrance for the tackle for loss.
It's a 2-yard loss on the play. 2nd and 12 here as we have 10:47 left in counting. Here in the first half, Bills up 6-3. Allen in the shotgun, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Tight end right side. Cook in the backfield, flared out to the left. Allen in the shotgun. Play clock down to 1. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Has time. Now has to try to escape the pocket. He's going to get wrapped up for the sack. Will Anderson has his second sack of the game as the play took way too long to develop and Josh ran out of time.
They actually didn't give Anderson a sack on the play that Josh Allen was hurt, so that's going to be his first technically in this one. But his pressure rate on the night has been extremely high. He's been in the Bills' backfield for a majority of this game. And so now on 3rd and 21 here, the key for this Bills offense, don't make a critical error with a turnover play or go backwards because you're already in field goal range.
2 to the right, 1 to the left. Tight end right side. Johnson flared out to the left. Here's the snap. Allen in the shotgun. Steps up in the pocket under pressure again. Rolls to his right, pumps, and now throws it. And incomplete. He had Shakir coming on a scramble drill, but the pass is low and incomplete. Al Shire providing the pass pressure. And that is what happens when you get in long down and distance. They have the run for loss to set up 2nd and 12, and the pressure gets to Allen on each of the next 2 plays.
Yeah, Al Shahir is able to, he was in a spy position there, and he's able to track down Josh Allen on the outside to force the error throw.
This field goal attempt will be a 44-yarder from dead center and brought to you by Univera Healthcare right here for Western New York teams on and off the field. Snap by Ferguson, hold by Wisnowski. Kick is long enough, and it is good. So with 9:35 left in the half, the Bills tack on 3. They lead 9-3. 9:35 left in the half. This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Hey Bills fans, Verizon's kicking off big savings, scoring a touchdown with low prices locked in for 3 years guaranteed on my plan. Get a single line for a low price of just $50 a month when you switch and bring your phone on unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. It's a deal that'll have you doing an end zone dance. Don't get flagged for high prices. Huddle up at your local Verizon store today. You'll be tackling savings in no time. Verizon, the official 5G partner of the Buffalo Bills. $20 monthly credit applied over 36 months. In time of rejection, unlimited 5G and 4G LTE may be temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms apply. See store for details.
Bills fans, the new Highmark Stadium will be unlike anything we've seen before. It's football first, fan-focused, and you, Bills Mafia, will make it louder than any other. New stadium seat selection is now open to priority list members. Join the priority list today by visiting buffalobills.com/priority list and placing a seat deposit. Be there for every unforgettable moment of Bills football. Learn more and join the new stadium priority list today at buffalobills.com/priority list.
If you're injured at work or through the fault of someone else, call Losi and Ganji, your hard-working workers' compensation and personal injury attorneys. The attorneys at Losi and Ganji work hard, so you receive the maximum settlement for your injury. Last year, Losi and Ganji obtained more than $24 million for injured workers. Call Losi and Ganji at 854-1446 or go to losi-ganji.com. Losi and Ganji, Buffalo's workers' compensation and personal injury attorneys, working hard for hard-working Western New Yorkers.
Right here for the big plays and the big wins. Right here for the longest passes and the toughest runs. For the highlights, the cheers, and all the hey-hey-hey. At Univera Healthcare, we know what it takes to be here for Western New York teams, both on and off the field. Because our home, our hearts, and our focus are always right here. And not to mention, our favorite team is too. Learn more and explore plans at theuniveradifference.com.
This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Bills get another field goal, this time from Matt Prater after a Toyota drive time of 13 plays. They went 70 yards in 7 minutes and 3 seconds, so a long Toyota drive time driven to you by Toyota, the official car and truck of the Buffalo Bills.
Prater now 14 of 16 on field goal attempts this season for Buffalo. As we still don't really have any kind of timetable or update on Tyler Bass, who has missed the balance of the season after a pelvic and hip injury sidelined him after one appearance in the preseason. He has been kicking in the field house, but not from very deep. But there's really been no timetable provided, so hopefully Tyler Bass can get healthy sooner rather than later. Here's the kick by Prater, and it's fielded on the right side by Knoll, up to the 10. Cuts it back at the 20, and he's wrapped up by Buffalo Joe and Reggie Gilliam and dropped at the 23-yard line. As we're coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth, Northwest Bank for What's Next. Those two guys are battling each other for the special teams tackle lead on the season. Joe's got a slight lead on Reggie.
Number 57 is reporting eligible. 57 reporting eligible. 57.
So the Texans going to go with the heavy formation and the 6th offensive lineman here on 1st and 10. Marks, the rookie running back, deep in the backfield as Mills will go under center here. 1st and 10 from the 23. Receiver to each side here.
Easy, hey, reload. Here we go.
Play clock down to 8. Here's the snap. And it looks like there was some miscommunication. Play action going to the right side, complete to Nico Collins. And he's out near midfield, tackled by Poyer as he got away from Benford for a 24-yard pass play. It looked like Marks went the wrong way in the backfield for the play action fake.
Yeah, so well, he had to because Cole Bishop was blitzing off the edge, and so Marks had to abort his play action fake and go pick up Bishop off the edge. This is interesting right now. So Bills, when they're in base defense, they're taking Matt Milano off the field and putting Dorian Williams and Shaq Thompson on, along with Bernard in the middle.
Mills under center here, 1st and 10 from the 47. Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff, and that might have been a botched play. Mills just runs forward to try to get some yardage. Flag comes in, and it might be for a face mask. Someone, while trying to tackle Mills, got his mask. And that's going to run off some more yardage. And probably a first down here.
Yeah, on a busted play, you hate to have a penalty like that because you're likely going to have either a sack or a minimal gain on the play. Instead, it looks like the Bills defense bailed him out. It was, I believe, Deion Walker who twisted Mills' head around there.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 96. 15-yard penalty for the end of the play, automatic first down.
So that one hurts.
Yeah, he went out and reached for his shoulder pad. Davis Mills ducks his head in the hole, anticipating contact.
Number 57 is reporting eligible. Number 57 is reporting eligible. 57.
So it's a first down from the Buffalo 33 now. As we have 8:35 and counting left in this half. Bills up 9-3. But the Texans now threatening, as that penalty puts him deeper in Buffalo territory. Offset eye, receiver to each side, marks the deep setback. Play clock down to 7. Here's the snap, fakes the handoff. It's an end around to Knoll, and he's got an alley up the sideline, but the Bills plug it up well, and Cole Bishop buries him at the 28-yard line.
It looked like there was going to be a lot more there. It's going to go for a gain of 5 on the play. Great closing speed by Cole Bishop, coming in from the safety spot, aided on the play by Christian Benford coming off the edge to be able to combine on that tackle for a gain of 5 on the reverse.
Yeah, Benford went low, Bishop went high. 2 tight end set here for the Texans. Marks the deep setback on a 2nd and 5. Mills going to keep working under center here. Here's the snap, back to pass, 3-step drop, lofts it, looking for Higgins, and the ball is short. It hit Maxwell Hairston in the back. Still counts as a PBU. Incomplete.
Yeah, they've now targeted Higgins 5 times, only 1 completion to him. And there, Max, using his closing speed, looked like that they were going to have a potential deep shot there, but Hairston closes, and that ball goes right off the back of his shoulder plate.
And again, accuracy, a bit of an issue here for Mills. There have been plays to be made. 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left as Hutchinson goes in motion. Shovel pass goes inside, and it's complete to Kirk, but he's stopped a yard short of the first down marker by Bishop, who decked him. Bishop is bringing the wood tonight.
He is, and Jordan Poyer's going to come back in for Hancock now. Houston's going to leave their offense on the field for a 4th and 1 attempt.
Hancock tripped up Kirk, and then Bishop finished him off, and he labeled him. Going to go for it on 4th and 1. Mills going to work from the shotgun here. Receiver to the left, 2 to the right. Marks to the right of Mills in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to Mills, who shakes out of a tackle and drags him for a first down. Taron Johnson could not stop him at the line of scrimmage, and it's a fresh set of downs for the Texans.
Oh, he read it perfectly, too. He had him in the backfield, which would have been a stop. Taron Johnson came off the edge, just didn't bring anything behind that one. And Woody Marks, at 208 pounds, able to lower his shoulder and pick up the first down in Bills territory. They're under the red zone a second time tonight. 0 for 1 on the game.
So 1st and 10 from the Buffalo 18. Mark stays in the game. Jakob Johnson, the fullback, into the game. Receiver to the right side. Mills under center. Here's the snap. Play action fake. Looking left. Down the seam for the tight end, and he can't come up with it as it's broken up. Jordan Poyer. Tight coverage there, and he got a hand in the passing lane to force the incompletion.
Christian Bedford came on the blitz, Terrell Bernard came on the blitz, unable to get there. That's a great play by Jordan Poyer to hit the ball and the arms of Dalton Schultz in the end zone.
2nd and 10 from the 18. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. Tight end Schultz comes to the right side. Marks in the backfield. Fakes the handoff, rolling right is Mills. Looking for a receiver down the field, and it's incomplete. There's a flag on the play. Collins, the intended receiver. Benford in coverage. And what's this call for?
It's in the area of defensive holding. See what they end up calling on the play. Jordan Poyer's over there discussing with the officials.
Before the pass, illegal contact defense, number 7, 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
So Taron Johnson, the guilty party there. As we watch on replay, and
he probably should have been a hold on the play. He's got him by his hip.
Defensive holding, if anything, as he wasn't even covering the targeted receiver on the play. He had Kirk by the goal line.
But that was a great play by Christian Benford on the outside, working one-on-one against Nico Collins. Christian Benford did a great job a week ago against the Bucs, against Abuka.
1st and 10 from the 13, bunch formation right, and they're going to work a pitch play to that side. And now Hutchinson going to try to cut it all the way back, and he's got a couple of blockers. Maxwell Hairston can't get him. He's got a first down, forced over the sideline at the 3-yard line. It's going to be 1st and goal Houston, as Taron Johnson and Bishop hustled over there to keep him from reaching the end zone.
It was such a slow developing play. It almost looked like it was going to be a pass off the reverse. Instead, Hutchinson goes all the way back across the field. You don't see that often happen in the NFL where you can outflank him going the other way.
Is reporting eligible. Number 57 is reporting eligible. 57.
So another heavy formation here from the Texans as they have 2nd and inches from the 4-yard line. They can get a first down if they get a yard to set up 1st and goal. 2 receivers left. It's another pitch play left. Marks, they cut him off, and he's stoned at the 5-yard line.
I think that
dropping
one went back
him there is
yard.
Deion Walker.
That's big-time hustle from your nose guard spot on a pitch play to get out there. Bills defense able to leverage him back towards the teeth of the defense, and Walker works down the line of scrimmage to make the stop.
Yeah, Shaq Thompson forced it back inside, and Deion Walker was waiting for him. So it's now 3rd and inches from the 4. As we said, they can get to the 3-yard line for a first down. Play clock running down here. Are they going to reset it?
Timeout on the field to adjust the play clock.
Okay, so it was a play clock issue. They're resetting that. And Sean McDermott's like, what are you talking about? He's talking to the side judge saying, why are we resetting it here? What's the... We're coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for what's next. We got 4:52 left in the half. Bills up 9-3, but the Texans threatening, getting help from a host of penalties here on this drive against the Bills.
We're going to take 15 seconds off. Please set the game clock to 5:04. The play clock will be at 25. Both clocks will start at my ready for play signal.
Hey, we're going to line the clock.
So Marks is going to be the deep setback here. As there's now 5:04 left in the half after they reset the play clock. So 3rd and 1 here. 2 tight ends set. Single receiver left. Here's the snap. Handoff to Marks through a hole, trying to bounce off a tackle. It's going to be 1st and goal, Houston, as he's dropped at the 2-yard line by Dorian Williams. So a fresh set of downs here to try to pound this thing in for Houston.
Terrell Bernard shot the gap on the play, unable to bring him down in the backfield. Dorian Williams ends up bringing him down on the play, but now it's going to be 1st and goal, Houston.
So Houston probably just going to power this thing in as best as they can. They got a couple of shots at it, although they bring 3 receivers out here. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Nick Chubb in the backfield, to the right of Mills in the shotgun. He's going to take the handoff. Knifing into the backfield are a couple of defenders. The first one couldn't get him, but the second one did. Max Hairston ended up wrapping him up around the ankles, and help arrived. No gain on the play.
Yeah, Houston's going to get right back on the football. They want to keep this defensive personnel in for the Bills.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Same formation. Chubb in the game. He's going to take, no, it's a play-action fake. They fire to a wide-open receiver in the end zone for a touchdown. It's Christian Kirk for a 2-yard touchdown reception. The Bills bid on the play-action fake to Chubb, and Kirk was wide open.
Yeah, there was miscommunication on the outside between Taron Johnson and Max Hairston, who are still talking about that out there on the field. As we get to see the replay, Kirk made an inside release. Taron Johnson released out with the receiver that went to the flat, and Kirk wide open for the touchdown.
So we're tied at 9, so the extra point attempt here by Fairbairn can give the Texans the lead with 3:47 left in the half. Here's the snap. Hold is down. Kick on the way, and it is good. So with 3:47 left, the Texans have their first lead of the game. They're up 10-9. Take your life back with Catholic Health Joint Centers, nationally recognized for faster recovery and better outcomes. This is Buffalo Bills football.
L.A. Quarry. Crushed limestone is what they do, and all their crushed limestone is 100% locally sourced from their own quarry in Lafarsville. They deliver locally, many times on the same day. L.A. Quarry also does driveways and stone foundations. They have the limestone to improve your property. Located at 19309 Grove Cemetery Road in Lafarsville, just watch for the huge sign next to the cemetery. Proudly owned by the Thompson family for 35 years. Call L.A. Quarry at 315-658-2004.
The best service garage in Loudville is right across the street from the Kraft plant on Utica Boulevard. I2I Automotive. They are the pros in servicing both foreign and domestic vehicles, and they also do diesel engines. And now I2I introduces their newest service, Performance Brake Service. Check out this new service and like I2I on Facebook, or call them at 315-874-4041. 315-874-4041. I2I Automotive.
Game's on. The guys are hungry, and you don't feel like cooking. Stress hits. What do you feed everyone? Cook all night, or maybe settle for cold, greasy takeout? Ugh. At Martin's Country Store on Route 11 in Philadelphia, we make game day easy. Order your sandwiches online, pay ahead, and swing by for a quick pickup. Our sub platters and meat platters are the perfect spread. Fresh, affordable, and stress-free. Don't let food stress ruin kickoff. Go to martinscountrystore.com/menu now and make your game day a win.
Northern Tier Contracting. They bring 3 decades of experience to meet all your construction needs. Northern Tier Contracting takes pride in quality construction performed by dedicated craftsmen. Northern Tier Contracting is committed to be the most complete general contractors in the North Country, managing all stages of each project, working with architects through construction and delivery. See them online at northerntiercontracting.com or call them in Governor at 315-287-0208.
94 Rock WOTT Network.
Back at NRG Stadium here in Houston, Texas, where the Texans have their first lead of the game. They're up 10-9 on the Bills after a successful touchdown drive of 12 plays, 77 yards, took 5:48 off the clock, and there were 2 big penalties by the Bills defensively to help them out, a face mask and an illegal contact in the red zone. So the Bills offense will try to answer here with 3:47 left in the half, as a double dip opportunity is now available to Buffalo, who will also have the first possession of the second half. Ray Davis, Ty Johnson deep to return as Fairbairn kicks it away. Fielded there by Davis. Up to the 20. Cuts it to the sideline, and he's out of bounds at the 25-yard line. Jake Hansen, the linebacker, made the tackle.
Good news for the Bills. No penalty on this return.
First time in the game.
They're not going to start this drive inside their own 20 like they have the previous 3.
And now they just backed it up to the 25. They had it at the 27. It was improperly spotted. Knox to the right with 2 receivers, Shavers and Moore. Davis on the left. Cook the lone setback with Allen under center. Late motion from Shavers out wide. Here's the snap. Takes the handoff, play action. Back to pass. Fires, and it's tipped and intercepted. Coming the other way is Bullock, the safety. And he's tripped up, still on his feet. Gets away from a tackle. Cuts it near side 15, 10, 5, and he's in for the touchdown. There are 2 flags on the play.
This one's going to come back because of a block at the back. Josh Allen had an open receiver in the flat. I believe it was James Cook. He decides to go for the shot down the field, and then it's tipped up in the air for the interception. This is going to be Houston ball at the 25.
Personal foul, illegal blindside block against the intercepting team, number 95. 15-yard penalty for the spot of the foul. First down Houston.
So as Eric said, the interception will stand. Ball was tipped by Al Shire over the middle, and Kalen Bullock ran right underneath it as the pass was intended for Elijah Moore.
Al Shire got Josh Allen on that one. He acted like he was going to go out and defend the flat. Josh thought he was going to have a wide open hole shot to Elijah Moore. Instead, Al Shire comes back, tips it with 2 hands. Ball goes up in the air. Zone defense. You tip a ball up into the middle of the field, the defense is going to come down with it. Fortunately for the Bills, there was a penalty on the play, but this Bills defense was just out there for a long scoring drive.
Yeah, 13-play drive.
You got to rally the troops on this one as Josh Allen makes a critical error there.
So it's 1st and 10 for the Houston offense from the Buffalo 30. Fantastic field position for them as they have a chance to expand their lead. I formation. Mills under center with 3:26 left in the half. Texans up 10-9. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to Marks, and he is walloped in the backfield by Larry Ogunjobi. Was it Deion Walker or Larry?
No, it was Ogunjobi.
It was Ogunjobi.
Yeah, he shot through the line on that one. Working on against the right side of that Texans offensive line. Smokes Ed Ingram, their right guard. And that's the penetrating style of defense that this Bills defense needs. Shaq Thompson in the backfield as well there.
Coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for what's next. Marks to the left of Mills in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Looks right, now left. Throws in the flat to Marks, who's buried in the flat. Matt Milano labeled him for a huge loss at the 39. My goodness.
And that's the perfect coverage of the game, brought to you by United Healthcare. Find out more about our community plans at uhccommunityplanbuffalo.com. Great read by Matt Milano there to see that ball was going to go out in the flat from Mills. And so now you have a 3rd and 17 coming up for this Houston offense. That's 1 for 5 on 3rd down.
They marked his forward progress at the 37, so it's only a loss of 7. 3 receivers on the field, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Here's the snap. Mills back to pass. Has time. Throws underneath. It's complete, but he's upended and dropped shy of the first down marker by Taron Johnson. It was Nico Collins on the crossing route underneath. And it's going to be 4th and 5 from the 25. And we are at the 2-minute warning. Today's Buffalo Bills radio broadcast is proudly presented by Delta Sonic Car Wash. It started out with a kiss. 10-9 Texans here at the 2-minute warning. This is Buffalo Bills football.
Kevin Fear from Mattress Express, and we only do it once a year. It's our legendary Thanksgiving night sale, our biggest sale of the year, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m. only, all staff working voluntarily. And you get to take your pick with select luxury sets, a $1,500 prepaid Visa card, or a massage chair, or a 100-inch TV. This is legendary. Take up to 5 years to pay with no money down for qualified buyers and no credit check payment plans. In Watertown on Arsenal Street, Erie Boulevard in Syracuse, Oswego on 104, Cortland on Route 281, and Clay on Route 31 up by Great Northern Mall, New Hartford Commercial Drive next to Pet Supplies Plus, Auburn in the Movieplex Plaza, and we have a new store in Rome in the Black River Plaza. Go to mattressexpressny.com for exact locations. Call 1-800-NEW-BIDS, but only on Thanksgiving night, 5 p.m. to 10 p.m.
Game's on. The guys are hungry, and you don't feel like cooking. Stress hits. What do you feed everyone? Cook all night or maybe settle for cold, greasy takeout? Ugh. At Martin's Country Store on Route 11 in Philadelphia, we make game day easy. Order your sandwiches online, pay ahead, and swing by for a quick pickup. Our sub platters and meat platters are the perfect spread. Fresh, affordable, and stress-free. Don't let food stress ruin kickoff. Go to martinscountrystore.com/menu now and make your game day a win.
This Holiday Heroes moment is sponsored by L.A. Quarry.
Major General Greg Anderson, commander of the 10th Mountain Division, to our North Country friends and family, to Fort Drum, to the 10th Mountain Division. I want to wish you all happy holidays.
This Holiday Heroes greeting was sponsored by L.A. Quarry. Crushed limestone, 100% locally sourced from their quarry in Lafargeville. Pickup or delivery, 315-658-2004.
94 Rock WOTT.
Well, with this game, that means the Bills will be off on Sunday, but so will the Denver Broncos, Miami Dolphins, LA Chargers, and Washington Commanders. Those teams have byes. They won't play here in week number 12, which gets kicked off right here tonight at NRG Stadium. That's a look at your NFL scoreboard. Delivered to you by the UPS Store. Be unstoppable.
Stay tuned for the ECMC halftime show. ECMC, go where the Bills go. Field goal unit on here for the Texans on 4th and 5, as they're going to elect to kick and try to add 3 more points to their 1-point lead. Fairbairn on for this 43-yard attempt from the right hash. There's the snap. Hold is down. Kick on the way. And it is good. 1:56 left in the half. And the Texans now have a 4-point lead. They're up 13-9. The double dip opportunity, Eric, still exists for Buffalo as they have all their time, or 2 of their timeouts remaining.
Yeah, minute 56 left. Ideally, Bills get a score here, and then obviously they'll receive the second half kickoff after kicking off to start this game. That's a heck of a stop there by the Bills defense. Come out and force a 3-and-out and a field goal after you get an interception on the first play after a 13-play drive. That's a great job by the defense rallying there. Ogunjobi started that one off with the tackle for loss on the first play there.
And then Milano with the huge play in the flat.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Josh Allen on this drive's got to take what the defense gives them, even if they're the short throws out in the flat. Keep these chains moving throughout this drive, milk this clock down, and not force it down the field.
Ty Johnson, Ray Davis deep to return for Buffalo as Fairbairn sets to kick this one away with 1:56 left in the half. Kick is going to go to Davis, who fields it at the 2, out to the 10, 15, coming up the middle, 25, bounces off a tackle, spins, and he's out to the 40, cuts it back 50, he's going to go the distance. Happy birthday, Ray Davis, all the way for a flip into the end zone for a touchdown. Oh, the birthday boy goes coast to coast for 6.
Oh, he spins out of a would-be tackler at his own 30 and then off to the races. Kai Fairbairn, no shot at him in the open field. Ray Davis had 3 great returns last week against the Bucs, was so close to breaking one here in Houston. He makes this Houston kickoff team pay on that one. Just talked about the defense. 1-play drive for the Bills and an interception. Now the kickoff return. This defense is going to be gassed.
It's a 97-yard kick return for a touchdown. That is one of the longest in team history. Prater on for the extra point, brought to you by Catholic Health. Catholic Health, the right way to care. It's up and good. As I believe that might be the longest kick return in team history. I want to say Deontay Hardy has the record of 96 yards against the Dolphins in the Week 18 division clinching game.
That was a punt return.
Oh, that was a punt. Okay. So that's 96.
Terrence McGee back in Cincinnati.
Terrence McGee has the record. It's 104 yards in Miami in 2004.
Okay.
That's the record. I mixed up the punt return and the kick return.
My man, T.
Down
McGee.
to the sidelines to Sal.
Yeah, guys, it was 97 yards on this one. It took 13 seconds from start to finish after Ray Davis busted through, had to make a move, and took it all the way to the house. That's your Toyota Drive Time, driven to you by Toyota, the official car and truck of the Buffalo Bills. You said it, Chris. We said it earlier. Happy birthday to Ray Davis. How about that? Turning 26 today.
Tremon Smith, Jalen Knoll deep to return for Houston as that kick return for a touchdown took the air out of this building in a huge way. Prater set to kick this one away. He's going to send it to the far sideline as Smith will take it at the 5, cuts it to the middle of the field, 20, trying to get to the far sideline, and they've got him cut off. Cam Lewis with a great open field tackle. Drops him at the 25-yard line, and that's where Houston's offense will come out with 1:35 left in the half.
That return sucked the life out of the building, like you said, and that's the momentum shift of the game, and it's brought to you by Northtown Volkswagen, Western New York's #1 VW dealer, Northtown Volkswagen.
So the Bills have the lead back, 16-13, after that 97-yard kick return by Davis. Mills going to set up in the shotgun. Marks to his left in the backfield. Motion from the tight end, Schultz. Here's the snap. Back to pass, looking left, complete underneath. And wrapped up by Cam Lewis and Terrell Bernard for a gain of 7. He's going to bring up 2nd and 3 here.
Houston still with all 3 of their timeouts left. They're going to get in the huddle here with 1:17 and counting.
Coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for what's next. Single tight end set. Mark stays in the game to the left of Mills in the shotgun. 2 receivers right. 1 to the left with the tight end Schultz. Here's the snap. Back to pass, looking over the middle, and it's complete. And he bounces off a tackle, does Nico Collins for a first down, but he's going to feel that tomorrow, and actually he's going to feel it right now. Cole Bishop absolutely blistered Nico Collins as he came across the middle.
Both of these teams
due to
are
injury, first
crushing
charge
each other.
timeout Houston.
And we haven't even played a half of football. This is one of the hardest hitting games we've seen all season. Both sides. Cole Bishop has been laying the wood here tonight.
This team timeout brought to you by Kaleida Health. At Kaleida Health, every day is game day. Timeout on the field. This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
This Buffalo Bills broadcast is being brought to you by Northwest Bank. For what's next, get started at northwest.com.
By Losi and Ganji, workers' compensation and personal injury attorneys, working hard for hardworking Western New Yorkers.
By Great Lakes Building Systems, our business is protecting your business.
By Hiller Comerford Injury and Disability Law, fighting to get our veterans the disability benefits they deserve. It's Hiller time.
And by the Barnes Firm. Injured? For help, call 1-800-8-MILLION.
Dear Bills Mafia, for the ultimate tailgate, check out Toyota trucks. Because when the grilling's done, Toyota takes adventure into overtime. Tacoma's as tough as they come. And the rugged Tundra wins big when the game's on the line. It's an all-pro lineup you'll root for every mile. Huddle up and find yours at Toyota.com today. Go Bills! Toyota, the official car, truck, and SUV of the Buffalo Bills. Toyota, let's go places.
There's plenty to stress out about right now, and sometimes it feels easier to ignore it and keep going. But Be Well can help you manage your stress and start working through the stuff no one talks about that makes you human. Build the skills you need to get through tough experiences and be more resilient all on your own time. There's no wrong way to do it. It's your wellness, your way. Start where you are at bewell.ny.gov. A message from the New York State Office of Mental Health.
I do pretty much everything on my phone. Shopping, socializing, even banking, which is why I love my Northwest Bank app. It features things like spending alerts to help keep my online purchases in check, security features to lock my debit card if it ever goes missing. Hey, it happens. And my favorite, early pay, which lets me get paid up to 2 days early. Yep, no more waiting till Friday to get paid for me.
For teching with all the digital tools you want, go to Northwest.com. Member FDIC. Northwest Bank. For what's next.
This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
51 seconds left here at NRG Stadium in half number one. Bills with a 16-13 lead. Texans with the football, but currently without their top receiver, Nico Collins. He's in the medical tent after a blistering shot from Cole Bishop. He got hurt in the game last year with a hamstring injury in the first half and left. Mills in the shotgun here on 1st and 10 from midfield. Throws out to the left. It's complete. Wrapped up and tackled there by Christian Benford, and he's calling for assistance as he's shaken up, holding his left
Houston,
wrist.
Their second.
Houston called timeout on the play.
Please set the game clock to 47 seconds.
This team timeout brought to you by Kaleida Health. All heart, all hustle every single day. Benford knew immediately that something happened with his left arm. He goes to the sideline as Tre'Davious White is in for him. Maxwell Hairston on the other side at the corner position.
Christian Benford missed the Dolphins game with a groin, and this was the cornerback tandem in that game. This group has experience playing together with Benford out.
Mark's going to be in the backfield here for the Texans on 2nd and 2 after that 8-yard gain. Mills in the shotgun. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, and now the tight end Schultz moves to the left side. Play clock down to 6. Here's the snap. Back to pass, has time, rolls to his right, fires underneath, complete to Kirk, who gets away from Taron Johnson. Busted to the sideline and racing to the end zone, but he's stopped by Bishop on a touchdown-saving tackle at the 8. 1st and goal, Houston, on a 34-yard catch and run by Kirk.
It's way too much space in the middle of the Bills' zone defense here. Bills had guys up at the line of scrimmage acting like they were going to blitz, and
there's too much
time. Taron Johnson running stride for stride with him, but this Bills pass rush, besides that opening series, has not been able to affect Davis Mills enough.
2 to the right, 2 to the left. Mills back to pass, throwing the fade ball, the back shoulder, and it's incomplete. Incomplete, intended for Higgins, the rookie receiver, but the official says he did not get the feet down. Tre'Davious White breaks up the pass, and yes, he's out of bounds, only 1 foot in the end zone. Good call by the official.
His left butt cheek almost came down inbounds.
Yeah, a foot in the butt cheek counts.
Tre'Davious White gives up 5 inches out there on the outside to Higgins, and now we have another injured player.
Because of injury, 3rd and final timeout, Houston.
It's the left tackle, Ariante Ursary, as he's taking a knee here. So players dropping here as this team timeout is brought to you by Kaleida Health, where the season never stops. Benford went out 2 plays ago. Nico Collins went out about 4 plays ago, and now the left tackle for the Texans is shaken up.
Yeah, these players often complain about Thursday games with the added risk of injury. Yeah, I don't know what the studies say on them. I know from playing experience it's often hard to rebound, especially this late in the season from Sunday to Thursday. Plus, when you talk about a commute for the Bills this far, oftentimes on Thursday Night Football, it's often, divisional opponents where, you're likely not traveling as far. The Bills find themselves with their longest road trip down to Houston for this Thursday night game, and there's been a number of guys go down to the turf. Blue medical tent still up on the Bills sideline. We haven't got an update on Nico Collins yet, but the injury tent is down on the Texans sideline.
Ursary, the left tackle, comes to the sideline here as they're checking his left arm, it appears.
And Nico Collins he just checked back into the game. He's flanked out to the left.
So 2 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Marks in the backfield to the right of Mills in the shotgun here on 2nd and 8. Back to pass, looking left, fires, and into the end zone for the touchdown is Jaden Higgins. He just missed on a touchdown along the sideline, but there is a flag on the play.
Houston signaling like this is going to be defensive holding, which would make this touchdown stand. The officials over there still discussing it.
There's 5 seconds left in the half.
Pass interference, defense, number 39. Penalty decline, touchdown Houston.
So the touchdown will count as pass interference was called on Cam Lewis. Obviously, it's declined, and the Texans have the lead back again. 19-16 with an extra point pending.
The Texans come in with the 21st ranked scoring offense in the league, only averaging 22 points a game. They're on the verge of putting up 20 in the first half here against the Bills.
It's a smart alignment by the Texans. They put one of their tallest receivers in the slot on one of the shortest corners for the Bills. 5'9" Cam Lewis on 6'4" Jaden Higgins. Here's the snap. Hold is down. Kick by Fairbairn is up. And it is good. 5 seconds left in the half. And this has turned into a ping pong match. Texans back in front, 20-16.
Yeah, Texans with 3 straight scoring drives to end this half. And the Bills, time of possession-wise, it's about even. 15-42 for Houston, 14-13 for the Bills. But ever since those first few drives, the Bills go 1 and out on the interception and then have that kickoff return for a touchdown. This defense likely winded on that last series.
The good news is they should get a lengthy rest here as the half presumably will end in short order with the Bills presumably taking a knee unless they can get a long return here.
Yeah, even with the long return, that's going to end the half, though.
Right. Unless he reaches the end zone.
Unless he reaches the end zone again. Ray Davis has become a weapon these last couple weeks. The Bills got creative with their blocking schemes a week ago. Chris Tabor doing a nice job on that last touchdown return for a touchdown. Bills players, Dawson Knox was picking up Chris Tabor on the sideline. Spencer Brown celebrating with him as well.
Here's the kick by Fairbairn, and this thing's going to reach the end zone.
Yeah, they're not going to give him a shot at this one.
And he'll take a knee as we're coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for what's next. So the offense presumably will take a knee and head to the locker room. They will have the first possession of the second half. Bills won the coin toss, chose to defer. And as they're going to line up here at the 35, get into kneel down formation with 5 seconds left in the half. Allen under center, takes the snap and a knee, and that'll do it for your first half of football. Little back and forth there in the second quarter, but the Texans have the lead here at the break. Stay tuned for the Skyworks stats of the game, presented by Skyworks Equipment Rental, building America from the ground up. Visit SkyworksLLC.com. 2016 Houston. This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
This Buffalo Bills broadcast is being brought to you by Northwest Bank. For what's next, get started at northwest.com.
By Skyworks Equipment Rental, building America from the ground up.
By Upstate Honda Dealers. For great deals on the entire Honda lineup, visit your Upstate Honda dealer today.
By Miller Lite. It's Miller time, Bills fans.
By Snapdragon Apples, the official apple of the Buffalo Bills.
And by Houghton University. Discover New York's leading evangelical Christ-centered university.
Injured in a car crash? Call the 8s for a free consultation. Your Salino attorney looks out for your physical, financial, and personal needs. At Salino Law, you pay no fees unless we win. And we know how to win. Injured in a car crash? Call the 8s.
Car crash, call Salino.
Delaware Avenue, Buffalo.
At the UPS store, we get it. Being a small biz owner requires grit and hustle, but you don't have to do it alone. We've got your back. You put your heart and soul into your biz, we put ours into packing and shipping. While you're keeping track of your custom-made orders, our mailboxes are keeping your packages safe. Because we're here to help you be unstoppable with shredding, printing, notary, and more. Most locations are independently owned. Product, services, pricing, and hours of operation may vary. See Center for details. The UPS store. Be unstoppable. Come into your local store today.
Looking for the #1 Volkswagen volume sales dealer in Western New York? Look no further than Northtown Volkswagen. Open for both sales and service on Sheridan Drive in Amherst. Get behind the wheel of a Volkswagen Tiguan. Turbocharged performance, smart features, and unmistakable German engineering. A perfect 4-season SUV. Visit Northtown Volkswagen today or at northtownvw.com. They make it easy. Remember, whatever you're looking for,
You'll find it at Northtown.
Northtown, the official dealership of the Buffalo Bills.
#1 VW dealer based on January to December 2024 Polk results.
This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Welcome to the ECMC Halftime Show on the Buffalo Bills Radio Network, ECMC Go, where the Bills go. I'm Nate Geary live from our Amherst studios. The Bills trail the Houston Texans 20-16 at the half. Let's check in with our Sal Capaccio, who joins me now live from the stadium there in Houston. Sal, let's start on offense. Actually, a quick injury update. It looked like Christian Benford went into the injury tent there before the end of the half.
Yeah, he came out right when the half ended. He walked by me. He had his helmet with him, but not sure of the status of him. We'll get that as soon as the half starts for you.
Well, let's start on offense, Sale. The run game's
in a pretty good position early in the game to kind of keep this game balanced, but then a couple of critical mistakes, and they missed the extra point, which looms large in this game, and they need to get back to running the football the way they did, because it's obviously sparked a long run for a touchdown earlier.
On the other side, Sale, Taron Johnson has had a very difficult first half. The defense as a whole struggling here tonight, but Johnson's really been at the center of it.
Yeah, well, listen, I mean, the Texans have an offense that have a couple of taller receivers. They've been attacking the middle of the field right there, but in the meantime, Bills can't give up that kind of a drive that they did at the end of the half after the field goal, after the kickoff return for a touchdown, and they did. That was a big deal.
All right, Sal, thanks. Enjoy the second half.
All right, you too.
All right, when we return, I got the first half highlights for you, the Skyworks stats of the game, and a check of the Out-of-Town scoreboard delivered to you by the UPS store. Be unstoppable. I'm Nate Geary. You're listening to the ECMC Halftime Show on the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Paid actors represent actual clients.
After my car accident, insurance offered me $50,000, but my attorneys at the Barnes firm got me $1.3 million.
Hi, I'm Rich Barnes. What's your case really worth? Call the Barnes firm now. You might be surprised.
After my car accident, I called my attorneys at the Barnes firm to see if I had a case. I did. They got me $800,000.
Do you have a case? Call our Buffalo office now and find out.
Past results don't predict future outcomes. 451 Grindr, 500 per.
I do pretty much everything on my phone. Shopping, socializing, even banking, which is why I love my Northwest Bank app. It features things like spending alerts to help keep my online purchases in check, security features to lock my debit card if it ever goes missing. Hey, it happens. And my favorite, early pay, which lets me get paid up to 2 days early. Yep, no more waiting till Friday to get paid for me.
For checking with all the digital tools you want, go to northwest.com. Member FDIC. Northwest Bank. For what's next.
Sal Capaccio here, encouraging you to get your tires from a complete tire center, Northtown's End Tire Center. Northtown sells thousands of tires every year because they offer a price match guarantee, free rotations for life, and a free nitrogen top-off. Get 24-hour tire roadside assistance, expert technicians, pay the lowest price in the market, and get in and out fast. That's what you want from your tire center, Northtown's End Tire. Start shopping at northtownauto.com. Northtown Automotive, the official dealership of the Buffalo Bills.
I'm John Woyden, president of Great Lakes Building Systems, where our business is protecting your business. We install and service complex fire protection, security, and video monitoring systems. You've worked hard to build your business. Protect your employees, yourself, and your assets by leaving your company's security to the experts. Call Great Lakes Building Systems at 892 Lake for a comprehensive security assessment. We keep an eye on your business so you don't have to. Protecting your business is our business.
Call Great Lakes Building Systems at 892 Lake or go to glbs-inc.com.
This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
All right, welcome back to the ECMC Halftime Show on the Buffalo Bills Radio Network, ECMC Go, where the Bills go. I'm your host, Nick Geary. The Bills trail the Texans 20-16 at the half. Time now for some first half highlights. The Bills got a nice stop to start the game and got out to an early 6-0 lead on the NFL's top-ranked defense thanks to a 45-yard James Cook touchdown to cap off a 10-play, 81-yard touchdown drive.
Late motion from Hawes, handoff to Cook, cuts it inside. He's got the first down through a hole. 30, 20, 10, 5, touchdown, James Cook. 45 yards to the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown.
Matt Prater would miss the extra point. The Texans would respond with a field goal to cut that Bills lead, that 6-0 lead in half. And after a pair of punts, the Bills would be faced with a 4th down and 2 when Josh Allen found Ty Johnson for 23 yards to extend the drive.
Back to pass, 4-man rush. Fires, looking down the sideline, and it's complete for a first down to Ty Johnson. The running backs are involved again, and they are eating.
The drive would end with a Matt Prater field goal. The Bills would then go on to lose their 9-3 lead thanks to a Davis Mills touchdown and put themselves in an even tougher spot thanks to a Josh Allen interception that would lead to another Texans field goal before Ray Davis responded on the ensuing kickoff.
Fields it at the 2, out to the 10, 15, coming up the middle, 25, bounces off a tackle, spins, and he's out to the 40, cuts it back 50, he's gonna go the distance! Happy birthday, Ray Davis! All the way for a flip into the end zone for a touchdown!
The Texans responded with a touchdown drive to end the half to take that 20-16 lead into the half. Time now for the Skyworks stats. The game Skyworks Equipment Rental, building America from the ground up. Visit SkyworksLLC.com. And in that first half, Josh Allen, 11-15 for just 88 yards, no touchdowns, an interception. He was sacked once and has a passer rating of 59.9 at the half. James Cook averaging over 10 yards a carry in that first half, just 7 carries, though, 7 for 75, and that touchdown you heard in the highlights. And receiving, leading for the Bills, Ty Johnson in this game, 2 for 36. Right behind him, Gabe Davis for 1 catch for 22 yards. On the other side, Davis Mills having a nice start to the second quarter after a rough start. He finishes that first half 11-21 for 122 yards, 2 touchdowns, a passer rating of 101.7. A quick check the out-of-town scoreboard delivered to you by the UPS Store. Be unstoppable. Some big games in the slate later this weekend. Steelers at the Bears. Patriots will be on the road to the 3-7 Bengals. And the Giants travel to Detroit to face the Lions. The Vikings and Packers at 1 o'clock on Fox. Seahawks, Titans, another matchup in that one. The 1 o'clock window, though, being featured the game of the week, Colts versus Chiefs. And then the primetime games on Sunday night, Buccaneers, Rams, and Monday, Panthers and Falcons. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
WOTT, Calcium, Watertown, A-Bay. A community broadcaster station. 94 Rock WOTT. The only station that really rocks.
Second half action continues next from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth with Chris Brown, Eric Wood, and Sal Capaccio after a quick timeout. I'm Nate Geary. This is Buffalo Bills.
Northern New York, the Black Friday deals are on at Mattress Express. New York State's largest selection of mattresses and flex head beds. Save up to $1,350 on names like Tempur-Pedic, Stearns & Foster, Sealy, Purple, Puffy, the Smart Bed by Instant Comfort, Posh and Lavish, Therapeutic, Simmons Beauty Rest Black, Serta Eye Comfort, Avocado, and more. If that weren't enough, take up to 5 years to pay with no money down for qualified buyers. No credit check payment plans as well. Hey, we're going to take care of you this holiday season. In Evans Mills, in the Walmart Plaza next to Navy Federal Credit Union. In Watertown on Arsenal Street, across from Dunkin' Donuts. Down in Oswego on 104, across from Harbor Freight Tools. Go to mattressexpressny.com for the location nearest you. Simply call 1-800-NEW-BEDS or just stop in. We'll see you this holiday season.
The temps are dropping, but Rudd's Town & Country in Watertown is heating up the season. Stay warm and game day ready with Burn snowsuits, the garment that grows, plus outerwear, merino wool base layers, and insulated boots. Grab darn tough socks with a lifetime warranty, cozy hats and gloves. And don't forget the hand warmers. Special deal. Buy any Burn clothing and get a free Burn beanie. Visit Rudd'sTownandCountryStore.com or call 315-782-0076. Rudd's Town & Country, keeping Bills fans warm all winter long.
The best service garage in Lowville is right across the street from the Kraft plant on Utica Boulevard. I2I Automotive. They are the pros in servicing both foreign and domestic vehicles, and they also do diesel engines. And now I2I introduces their newest service, Performance Brake Service. Check out this new service and like I2I on Facebook or call them at 315-874-4041. 315-874-4041. I2I Automotive.
94 Rock WOTT.
Back here in Houston, Texas, Chris Brown, Eric Wood coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for what's next. 20-16 in favor of the Texans here at the break. Set to begin second half action. But before we do that, the halftime adjustments are brought to you by Witham, a smart play for your tax, accounting, and business advisory needs.
Defensively, the Bills got to be able to stop the run here in the second half. They're giving up over 5 yards a carry again today, 5.3 a carry for the Texans, and they also got to stop these chunk pass plays. Nico Collins got a 24-yard reception. Christian Kirk with a 33-yard reception to set up that last touchdown with Higgins right before the half. Offensively for the Bills, they've ran the ball with success with James Cook, and then in the passing game, until that interception, they had been efficient with a number of passes. Josh was 11 for 14 before that. Instead, now he's 11 for 15 with an interception in this one and just a 59.9 quarterback rating. This offense has got to be more efficient here in the second half, especially with the passing game.
Yeah, and Davis Mills was heating up at the end of the half because there was no pass rush to speak of.
Yes,
he began
absolutely.
the game 4 of 13 passing. He finished the half 7 of 8 with a touchdown pass.
Yeah, they've got to be able to put some pressure on him and get him off the spot. This is a Houston Texans offensive line that's been shuffled around all season long. They've got to be able to take advantage of it.
Let's start the second half with a Sonic Kick powered by Delta Sonic Car Wash. It started out with a kiss. Fairbairn set to do the honors here. Bills going right to left on your radio dial to start this second half. Ray Davis, Ty Johnson, deep to return for Buffalo. And we'll see if they kick away from Ray Davis here. They didn't on the last kick of the half, but they put that in the end zone. So Fairbairn lining himself up here. Davis is on the left side, Johnson on the right. And they're going to kick this right down to 5 yards deep in the end zone. Davis going to bring it out 5 yards deep to the 20, and he slips and loses his footing. He tried to cut it to the sideline, and the Bills could have had it at the 35 if he just took a knee.
5 yards deep. You got to put the ball, you got to put the knee on that one and give your offense better starting field position.
All rights to this broadcast are reserved, and any rebroadcast, recording, retransmission, or other use of this broadcast without the express written consent of the Buffalo Bills is prohibited. Single tight end set here as Knox is out to the right along with 2 receivers. Single receiver left. Cook flared out to the right and now comes next to Allen in the shotgun in the backfield. On 1st and 10 from the 20. Handoff goes to Cook, working over the left side, but there's a lot of traffic there as Will Anderson set the edge and did not move. It's a 1-yard gain. Let's go down the sidelines to Sal.
Barnes Firm injury report. Injured for help. $108 million. Christian Benford is cleared to return to this game. It is a shoulder injury, but it is cleared.
All right, so a shoulder injury for Benford, but cleared to return. So when the defense is back out on the field, we expect to see him as well. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Allen in the shotgun on 2nd and 9. Cook to the right of him in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff, rolls to his right, looks over the middle, checks it down to the tight end, complete for a first down. And out to the 40-yard line is Hawes. And they're going to mark him down at the 39. It's a first down, and the Shatkin first down is presented by Dr. Todd Shatkin and the Aesthetic Associates Center, a world-leading expert in mini dental implants and cosmetic surgery. Tackle made by Bullock, the safety. It's an 18-yard pass play.
Excellent job by Josh checking that one down. Jackson Hawes initially was a blocker on the play, so he got lost in the zone coverage of the Texans defense.
2 tight ends to the left, a receiver, and Reggie Gilliam on the right. Allen in the shotgun here on 1st and 10 from the 39. Here's the snap, back to pass, 4-man rush. Allen going to step up in the pocket and take off as he lowers his head and gets out to the 40. So it's a gain of 1. And that's going to bring up 2nd and 9 here.
Will Anderson's actually on the Texans sideline right now getting his, what appears to be his shoulder looked at. He's still got his helmet on. It looks like he's walking back like he can check back in.
He's off the field for now here on 2nd and 9 from the 40 for Buffalo. Just under 13 minutes left in this third quarter. Bills down 20-16. Bunch formation left. Handoff goes to Cook, who avoids a tackle in the backfield, makes something out of nothing as the linebackers close quickly. He gets out to the 43 for a gain of 3, and that's going to bring up a 3rd and 6 here. And the Bills have to convert and keep this drive alive.
They do. They're going to need points because Houston's offense is starting to catch fire in this one. Bills were 2 for 6 on 3rd down in the first half, but they did have a 4th down conversion. 2 4th down conversions.
Will Anderson back into the game. He's going to line up on the left side of the Texans formation. Allen in the shotgun, 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Ty Johnson flared out to the left, and now coming back in for protection. Play clock down to 3. Here's the snap. Back to pass, 4-man rush. Allen has to step up in the pocket. Dragged by Anderson. He gets away from it. Rolling left, looking for somebody downfield. Doubles back to his right, still on his feet, in the clutches, and he's dropped for a major loss on the sack. Allen has just got to throw it away against this pass rush. He chose not to do it, and he ultimately paid the price.
Too much speed out there. Will Anderson Jr. checks back into the game. He's able to beat Spencer Brown around the right edge and just put Josh Allen into a frenzy. Reverse field once, try to do it again. They track him down and lose almost 20 yards of field position there.
Second sack of the game for Will Anderson. You've got to get the ball out. If you do not, you are a dead duck against this defense.
18-yard loss on the play, which could potentially cost the Bills major field position.
Wisnowski punts this one away. It's a high spinner. Fielded at the 31. Fair catch signaled for. And no return. 44 yards on the kick by Wisnowski. If you're tackling traffic and you're injured in a car crash, call the Barnes firm at 1-800-8-MILLION. Our hometown attorneys want to help you get the best result possible. And remember, drive safely. 20-16, Houston, 11-11 left in the third. This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
The colder months are around the corner. Is your home ready? For a limited time, Stellar is offering 50% off the cost of installation for a full roofing, windows, siding, and insulation project. Our team delivers industry-leading craftsmanship, backed by a top-tier warranty and hundreds of 5-star reviews. Don't wait until snow and ice cause costly damage. Act now and take advantage of this exclusive offer. When quality counts, call
320-7663 Stellar Roofing.
Proud partner of the Buffalo Bills.
If you're injured at work or through the fault of someone else, call Losi and Ganji, your hard-working workers' compensation and personal injury attorneys. The attorneys at Losi and Ganji work hard, so you receive the maximum settlement for your injury. Last year, Losi and Ganji obtained more than $24 million for injured workers. Call Losi and Ganji at 854-1446 or go to losi-ganji.com. Losi and Ganji, Buffalo's workers' compensation and personal injury attorneys, working hard for hard-working Western New Yorkers. It's a game-changing move in the world of accounting and advisory. Freed Maxick has joined forces with Witham, the 22nd largest public accounting and advisory firm in the nation. We're powering up performance with a shared vision to deliver even greater value to our clients in Western and Upstate New York. Experience the transformative power of Witham plus you. That's the power in the plus. Visit witham.com/New York to learn more.
Hey, Buffalo, this is our town, our team, our pride. Just like our hometown football team, Dynabrade is built for success, made right here in Buffalo, and driving excellence around the world with powerful, precise, American-made tools. Built with precision, driven by passion, defined by pride. At Dynabrade, it's how we win. For over 50 years, we've built greatness through innovation, determination, and true Buffalo spirit. Be inspired. Be Buffalo. Be Dynabrade. Visit Dynabrade.com today.
This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
The roofing side.
We'll have to check back in with Sal as we're still having technical difficulties with the radio frequencies here. Texans offense coming out 1st and 10 at their own 31, up 20-16 with 11-11 left in the third. Nick Chubb is the lone setback, and the refs blow the play dead here before it even takes place.
Number 57 is reporting eligible. Number 57 is reporting eligible. 57.
So an extra lineman out there for the Texans as we're coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for what's next. Mills going to go under center here. Chubb the lone setback. Receiver to each side. Here's a snap. Fakes the handoff, play action. Pressure coming. It's a screen. Up the left sideline. And getting away from a tackle by Walker for a first down is Chubb. As they're going to give him 10 yards. No, they're going to give him 9. And there's also a flag on the play, far side of the field.
This could be a legal man down the field on the screen.
Ineligible man downfield, offense, number 60. 5-yard penalty, remains first down.
So that'll back them up here.
Jake Andrews, the center, got down the field on that one. As an offensive lineman on screen plays, you can't be more than 1 yard down the field when the pass is completed. That was a slow developing screen off the play action. Got to be more patient in that situation. Bills beneficiaries of a penalty there in the first half. The Texans didn't have any penalties, and the Bills had 4.
1st and 15 from the 26. Mills from the shotgun. Back to pass. Pressure coming from Bosa. He dumps it off in the right flat. And Chubb pulls it in for a completion. But Taron Johnson and Matt Milano are all over him, and Taron Johnson's injured on the play.
And he's holding his... Sorry, no, that's Terrell Bernard down on the ground, grabbing his right elbow tricep area.
Bernard rolling around on the turf. This has not been a good night for players getting shaken up. And that was at the end of the play. The tackle had already been made, and there was a pile up at the end, and Bernard was on the bottom of the pile.
He's in a lot of pain right now, so he goes in to make this tackle, going for the ball, unable to see what happened.
We'll take a timeout for this injury on the field. 10:27 left in the third. Texans up 20-16. This is Buffalo Bills football.
Northern Tier Contracting. They bring 3 decades of experience to meet all your construction needs. Northern Tier Contracting takes pride in quality construction performed by dedicated craftsmen. Northern Tier Contracting is committed to be the most complete general contractors in the North Country, managing all stages of each project, working with architects through construction and delivery. See them online at northerntiercontracting.com or call them in Gouverneur at 315-287-0208.
The Farmer's Almanac says we're in for another nasty winter, just like last year. Don't wait. Whether you need to service or maintain your plow or purchase a brand new one, head to Whitesboro Plow Shop of Watertown. They've just added the Western brand, and now they're a factory direct dealer for both Fisher and Western plows and sanders, all in stock right now. Plus, they service all brands of plows. Find Whitesboro Plow Shop on Route 11 in Watertown, just past the car dealers.
This Holiday Heroes moment is brought to you by the Martins Point U.S. Family Healthcare Plan.
Hi, Major Joe Whitmer. Just wanted to wish a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to my friends and family back in Fort Drum, New York. Brooke, Tyler, and Katie, I miss you. I love you. I'll see you soon.
The Martins Point U.S. Family Health Plan, one of the nation's highest rated health plans, providing all the benefits of TRICARE Prime to military families in New York. The Martins Point U.S. Family Health Plan.
It's savings made simple at Cascanet Ford. Right now, everyone qualifies for special X-Plan pricing. No code, no hassle, just instant savings on select new Fords, including the hot new Escape. That's right, you pay the special price, no strings attached. So drive the value, feel the difference. Visit us on Route 26 in Carthage or click CascanetFord.com.
The North Country saves big at Cascanet Ford.
94 Rock WOTT.
This is a Stellar Roofing Sideline Report. What quality counts? Choose roofing, siding, and windows. Speaking of roofing, guys, it's closed today. They haven't had the roof open in a while. A hurricane last year damaged some of the panels, but playing in a controlled environment here tonight in Houston.
Terrell Bernard goes right to the locker room with what looked to be a bad arm injury. Davis Mills from the shotgun, back to pass. Pressure coming from Bosa, but he escapes. There's a flag on the play, and this is going to be for holding on the right tackle, Trent Brown, as Davis Mills escapes and scrambles for yardage, but it'll be coming back here.
Holding offense, number 77. 10-yard penalty, remains second down.
Joey Bosa working against Trent Brown out on the edge. Looked like it was going to be a sack, and Brown whips him down to the turf. And so instead of a 3rd and 8 coming up, the Bills electing to take the field position and back them up to a 2nd and 26 here.
And with Bernard out, Shaq Thompson has the green dot. He is running the defense and calling the plays at the middle linebacker position, intimately familiar with this defense, having played a similar version of it in Carolina. Marks in the backfield to the right of Mills in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Here's the snap. Delayed handoff, goes to Marks, busts it outside, and he's got yardage out to the 25. Tre'Davious White, Jordan Poyer making the tackle on the play. Poyer going to exit. Jordan Hancock onto the field as he got 10 yards on that carry. It's going to bring up 3rd and 16 with 9:35 and counting left in the 3rd. Houston up 20-16. Single tight end set. Marks in the backfield to the left of Mills in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Play clock down to 10. There's the snap. Fakes the handoff. Wanted to go with the screen, and he's just going to dirt it here as pressure was coming, but flags fly again.
Yeah, I think this is going to be an eligible man down the field again as Davis Mills was unable to throw the screen where he wanted to initially. It looked like Greg Rousseau was right in the passing lane.
And he put his hands up.
Yeah, to avoid an interception or a tipped ball in that situation.
Ineligible man downfield, offense, number 71. That penalty's declined, 4th down.
So a good job by the Buffalo defense, although we'll find out as soon as we get information on the injury to Terrell Bernard. It did not look good. He went straight to the locker room, and he was in a lot of pain.
Yeah, Matt Milano crunched his arm on the tackle, or they combined on the tackle for loss on Chubb.
Khalil Shakir deep to return for Buffalo as Brinkman stands at his own 11. Takes the snap. Punts this one, a spinner. It's going to force Shakir back to his own 19. Fields it along the sideline. Stays in bounds. Going to try to run to the other side of the field. And he's tripped up for a loss on the play. 56-yard punt. And Khalil Shakir lost 8 yards on the return. It's back at the 12.
And it looks like there was another hold on the return. And so now this is one that's going to back the Bills up inside their 10-yard line. The hold is likely before the catch, and so it'd be enforced from the initial spot of the catch.
Daria Gumbawale on the tackle for Houston. Field position has been awful for this Buffalo offense most of the evening. And it's going to get backed up again here after the penalty is assessed.
Yeah, when you're playing against the number 1 defense in the league, you got to have your special teams or even your defense help you out at times to give you better field positions because you know it's going to be tough to move the ball throughout.
Holding against the return team, number 38. That penalty is enforced half the distance to the goal from the end of the kick, not the dead ball spot.
So it'll be from the 19. Eric was all over that one.
Was 39.
So it was fielded at the 19-yard line. So half the distance. Can all do the math there as we're coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for What's Next.
Feels like a crucial drive for the Bills. Your defense forces a 3 and out. I know you're inside your own 10-yard line here to start this drive.
And the crowd is into it too.
Crowd's into it, and you just haven't been in a rhythm. You got to find some sort of rhythm in the pass game and then get back to that inside zone run game that was successful in the first half with James Cook.
Bills are going with a 2 tight end set. Cook the lone setback. Allen under center. Receiver to each side. Play clock. Plenty of time left, and now Palmer comes to the left in motion. Handoff to Cook, cuts it back, darts through a hole, and gets out to the 14-yard line. So, gain of 4 on the play to set up 2nd and 6. Al Shire and Speed on the tackle at the second level.
And they go right back to the inside zone. Al Shire makes a great play at the second level to shed the block of Spencer Brown to make that stop in the hole, or else that one's going to go for more.
Cook again, the lone setback. Allen under center. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left, and now Moore in motion right to left. Fakes the handoff. Allen rolls right, pressure in his face, and has to dirt it as Hawes was in the vicinity. Dylan Horton providing the pressure.
Bills run same formation and same motion and go to the play action off of it, thinking they're going to fool this Texans defense, but everybody stays home. And now 3rd and 6 coming up for this Bills offense. That's 2 for 7 on the game on 3rd down. If Josh Allen can see a running lane out in front of him here, he might need to take off and try and steal one with his legs.
3rd and 6 with 8:20 left in the 3rd, and the Texans up 20-16. Allen in the shotgun, 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left with the tight end Knox. Ty Johnson in the backfield to his right. Here's the snap. 4-man rush, back to pass, pocket collapsing. Allen in trouble, and he's tripped up and dropped for another sack. This one by Daniil Hunter. This is what this defense does. You get in 3rd and long, 3rd and medium sometimes. They wreak havoc in your backfield. Connor McGovern comes up limping. He was dinged up this week with an ankle injury. Able to limp off, but he's not in good shape.
Spencer Brown was smoked on that play by a spin move by Hunter, and then Nico Collins beat Connor McGovern inside, so Josh Allen had nowhere to escape.
Here's the snap. Wisnowski from 3 yards deep in his own end zone. Not a good punt. Fair catch signaled for at the 46, as it did not have a lot of hang time. Fortunately, there was a fair catch signaled for. 45-yard punt, no return. 7:29 left. Houston with the football and a 4-point lead, up 20-16. This is Buffalo Bills football.
L.A. Quarry. Crushed limestone is what they do, and all their crushed limestone is 100% locally sourced from their own quarry in Lafarsville. They deliver locally, many times on the same day. L.A. Quarry also does driveways and stone foundations. They have the limestone to improve your property. Located at 19309 Grove Cemetery Road in Lafarsville, just watch for the huge sign next to the cemetery. Proudly owned by the Thompson family for 35 years. Call L.A. Quarry at 315-658-2004.
This holiday season, take a break at Carson's Pizzeria. Whether you're escaping the Christmas shopping chaos or just taking a night off from cooking, Carson's has the food and drinks you're craving. It's a perfect place to gather with friends, watch the game, grab a beer, share a pizza and wings, and enjoy holiday cocktails or a bold Bloody Mary. Carson's gift certificates make the perfect stocking stuffers. Carson's Pizzeria, Route 11, Adams. Open Wednesday through Sunday for dine-in and takeout. For delivery, call 315-203-0107.
It's savings made simple at Cascanet Ford. Right now, everyone qualifies for special X-Plan pricing. No code, no hassle, just instant savings on select new Fords, including the hot new Escape. That's right, you pay the special price, no strings attached. So drive the value, feel the difference. Visit us on Route 26 in Carthage or click CascanetFord.com.
North Country saves big at Cascanet Ford.
The temps are dropping, but Rudd's Town & Country in Watertown is heating up the season. Stay warm and game day ready with Burn snowsuits, the garment that grows, plus outerwear, merino wool base layers, and insulated boots. Grab darn tough socks with a lifetime warranty, cozy hats and gloves. And don't forget the hand warmers. Special deal. Buy any Burn clothing and get a free Burn beanie. Visit Rudd'sTownandCountryStore.com or call 315-782-0076. Rudd's Town & Country, keeping Bills fans warm all winter long.
94 Rock WOTT
Radio Network.
Back at NRG Stadium in Houston, Chris Brown, Eric Wood coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth, Northwest Bank, for What's Next. Houston with the football, and again, great field position. They've been winning this battle. During the break, the head referee, Adrian Hill, was shaken up, got caught up in the crossfire on the punt play, and I did not see, but he might be leaving the field and the game. So the head referee, Adrian Hill, is going to relent, and the head referee is going to be one of the assistant officials. Now, they usually have an extra official on site, but the umpire, who for this game is Roy Ellison, is going to take over as the head referee. And we'll have to count up all the officials because I think they will go with one short here.
It looked like he pulled a calf or maybe an Achilles or something as he was actually on that last play by the Bills offense.
So 1st and 10 from the 47. Handoff goes to Marks, doubles back to the right side, and Greg Rousseau wraps him up. And we've got another injury on the field, and it's Maxwell Hairston. He's caught up underneath Greg Rousseau, and he is shaken up.
Golly, these injuries are mounting here.
We also saw Spencer Brown head into the medical tent. We'll get an update from Sal as soon as he has one, but it is a battle of attrition here tonight.
This is Bill's team that's been almost an unprecedented amount of injuries throughout this season there. Maxwell Hairston going in for the hit. Grabs, looks like his head immediately.
Yeah, it met the hip of the ball carrier Marks, and his neck snapped back a little bit. So we will take a break as well. Today's Buffalo Bills radio broadcast brought to you by Toyota, the official car and truck of the Buffalo Bills. Toyota, let's go places. 7:15 left in the third. This is the Buffalo Bills radio network.
I do pretty much everything on my phone. Shopping, socializing, even banking, which is why I love my Northwest Bank app. It features things like spending alerts to help keep my online purchases in check, security features to lock my debit card if it ever goes missing. Hey, it happens. And my favorite, early pay, which lets me get paid up to 2 days early. Yep, no more waiting till Friday to get paid for me.
For checking with all the digital tools you want, go to Northwest.com. Member FDIC. Northwest Bank. For what's next.
Paid actors represent actual claims.
After a truck hit me, my attorneys at the Barnes firm got me $5 million. 5 times more than insurance offered.
When a car hit me, I called my attorneys at the Barnes firm. They got me $2 million. 40 times more than the insurance offered.
Hi, I'm Rich Barnes. Is your case worth more than the insurance company says?
My job accident was worth 11 times more.
What's your case worth? Call our Buffalo office now and find out.
Past results don't predict future outcomes. 451 Grinder, 500 Pearl.
This Buffalo Bills broadcast is being brought to you by Northwest Bank. For what's next, get started at Northwest.com.
By Verizon. Powered by Verizon.
By Tullamore Dew. When it's game time, it's Tully time.
By the New York State Office of Mental Health. Visit bewell.ny.gov for wellness tips to help you manage stress and be well.
By Northtown Hyundai. West New York's premier Hyundai dealership. Shop online at northtownhyundai.com.
And by Dyna Braid Tools. Inspired in Buffalo, built by Wins.
Hey, Bills Mafia. There is no better time than right here, right now, to become a season ticket member in the new Highmark Stadium. Seat selection is now open to new stadium priority list members. To join the priority list, visit buffalobills.com/priority list and place a seat deposit. Don't miss your chance to be part of Bills history in our new home. Learn more at buffalobills.com/priority list.
This is the Buffalo Bills radio network.
Some other games going on Sunday this week when the Bills are off. Vikings at Packers, Colts at the Chiefs. That's a big one. Patriots at the Bengals. Steelers are at the Bears. The Jets visit the Ravens. The Giants are at the Lions. Seahawks take on the Titans. The Jags are at the Cardinals. The Browns visit the Raiders. And we'll give you more a little bit later. That's your NFL scoreboard delivered to you by the UPS store. Be unstoppable.
Heavy personnel here for the Texans on 2nd and 7. Fullback Jakob Johnson on the field, as well as the 6th offensive lineman. Mills under center. Marks the deep setback. Handoff goes to Marks, coming around the right side, wrapped up by Rousseau. But he gets down to the Buffalo 45-yard line as he's into the Bills' territory. And that's going to bring up a 3rd and a long 2. And Marks is shaken up after that tackle. And he's going to take a seat and not get up. So this has been a supremely physical game tonight. And players right now are dropping like flies.
It has been. This late in the season, it's always tough to come back for these Thursday night football games. The players always clamoring about player safety in these situations, and we're seeing it tonight. I mean, just for the Bills alone, the people who have been addressed with injuries, by my count, Josh Allen, Terrell Bernard, Deion Dawkins, Spencer Brown now in the injury tent, Benford, Hairston.
And he's been in there a while, Eric.
McGovern. was slow to get up on the last play of the previous Bills drive. And this has been a nightmare scenario here for the Bills. The thought was you get this Thursday night game and then you get 10 days rest and you get a chance to get healthy. And it seems like this is going to be a situation where we might be nursing twice as many injuries we had coming into this one. Woody Marks able to jog off on the play. It's a good sign for their running back.
So a 3rd and 2 here for Houston from the Buffalo 45. Nick Chubb into the game with Marks a little shaken up. He's going to come to the sideline. I mean, we've had so many injuries. The head referee is out of this game. I mean, it's been crazy. Spencer Brown's out of the medical tent, walking around out there. And it looks like he's stretching out some calf muscles. Mills in the shotgun here on 3rd and 2. Hands it off to Chubb, working over the right side, and he is stoned at the 46-yard line. He didn't get it. 4th down as Milano and Epinesa met him in the hole on the edge.
4th and 2. We'll see if head coach D'Amico Ryans leaves his offense on the field as good as your defense has been here tonight. The situation where I might punt this one away, and that's what he's going to do. He's going to punt this one away, make the Bills go the long field, and TV cameras now showing us on the monitors Terrell Bernard on the sideline right now with a sling, with his arm in a sling.
His right arm, yeah. And that's never a good look. Khalil Shakir deep to return, and now flags fly here as there's a false start on Houston.
False start. Offense 45. 5-yard penalty from the previous spot. 4th down.
And Max Hairston's walking into the locker room through the tunnel right now. Trainer's holding his helmet. From the TV coverage, it looked like he was trying to get it back to be able to stay out there, but they're going to walk him back into the locker room.
And he grabbed his head after his helmet made contact with the hip of the ball carrier. So Shakir standing at his own 9, waiting for the punt from Brinkman. Here's the snap. Kick is an end-over-end ball. Fair catch signaled for and brought down at the 8-yard line. 43-yard punt, no return, and the terrible drive starts for the Bills offense continues. As D'Amico Ryans choosing to pin the Buffalo offense back, believing his defense has control of this football game, and it would be hard to argue with him.
You're right. This Bills offense has really struggled. They got a field goal in the second quarter with 9:35 left on the clock. They did have the kickoff return for a touchdown, but they only ran one offensive play for the remainder of that half. And then you start this second half with back-to-back punts.
Got to go with a quick release passing game here and nickel and dime your way down the field. Allen under center on 1st and 10. Cook the deep setback. Gilliam in the offset eye. Hand off to Cook. Through a hole. Lowers the shoulder. Gets out to the 11, maybe the 12-yard line for a gain of 4. That should set up 2nd and 6 here with 5:35 and counting left in the third. Houston up 20-16. Tommy Togiai, EJ Speed on the tackle.
James Cook up to 82 yards on the game. 86 yards on the game now, averaging 7.8 yards per carry.
Coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for what's next. 2 receivers left, 1 wide to the right. Now Shakir in motion left to right. Knox also off on the right side. Cook to the left of Allen in the shotgun. Play clock down to 3. Here's the snap. 4-man rush. Allen back to pass. Fires underneath. It's complete to Shakir for a short gain out to the 15 as he's immediately tackled on the play by Al Shire, who seems to be everywhere tonight.
Yeah, Al Shire, he's active out there, and he's got some serious speed and some serious game. Spencer Brown has his right shoulder wrapped up right now. They've got to give him some help on the edge, whether it's a chip from a tight end or a running back.
So it's 3rd and 3. Allen in the shotgun. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Ty Johnson flared out to the right in the backfield. Play clock down to 5. Crowd trying to get into it. Play clock down to 2. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Pocket collapsing, fires, and it's complete for a first down, but the ball is fumbled by Shakir, scooped up by Houston, and coming the other way is Jalen Reed, the safety. It's a turnover for Buffalo as the fumble was forced by Kalen Bullock, the safety. He had the interception in the first half, and now the forced fumble in the second half.
By the defense. First down, Houston.
Multiple giveaways in road games continue to plague Buffalo.
Bullock reached over the top of Shakir's shoulder to punch that ball downward. Shakir, I don't believe he's had a fumble in his career. That's a costly one here.
57, Houston is reporting.
The Texans defense has gone a league-leading 8 straight games with at least 1 sack and 1 takeaway. Make it 9 here tonight. Mills under center. Marks the lone setback. Extra offensive lineman on the field. Here's the snap. Handoff to Marks. Looking for a hole. Goes right up the middle and meets TJ Sanders in the hole. Shaq Thompson helps on the tackle. And they're going to mark him down at the 15-yard line. Ogunjobi in there as well.
There's too much push there inside. Ogunjobi and Deion Walker driven off the ball. He's not contacted until about 5 yards down the field.
Base defense on the field here now for Buffalo. Marks the deep setback in the offset eye. Mills under center. Handoff to Marks. Looking for a hole, wrapped up by Poyer and dragged to the ground. Got maybe a yard on the play to the 14. And that'll bring up 3rd and a long 2. Clock continues to run. 3:15 left in the 3rd and counting. Texans with a 4-point lead, but threatening to put more on the board.
The bright spot for this Bills team here tonight has been their 3rd down defense, holding Houston just 1 for 8.
So it's 3rd and a long 2. It's practically 3. They have to get to the 12-yard line for a first down. Single receiver left is Collins. Tight end Schultz on the right. Mills under center. Hands it off to Marks, and he's dropped. No, he gets off the tackle and spins his way for a first down. He's down to the 11-yard line. They had him dead to rights and could not finish. And now A.J. Epinesa comes off the field as he is shaken up.
Matt Milano shot the gap. It looked like he was going to have a tackle for loss on the play. And then A.J. Epinesa had a shot at him as well. Instead, they both missed the tackle. It gives Houston 1st and 10 from the 11.
Mills in the shotgun. Marks to his left. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Handoff goes to Marks, and he's stopped in the backfield as the Bills got a good push up at the line of scrimmage. Milano in there first, along with Ogunjobi. Let's go down the sidelines to Sal.
Yeah, guys, the Barnes Firm injury report. For help injured, call 1-800-8-MILLION. All right, it's a head evaluation for Max Harrison, who went into the locker room. You know that Spencer Brown is back. He does have a shoulder injury. It was cleared, and it is officially an elbow injury for Terrell Bernard, who's out of this game.
Epinesa was just shown on the sideline, grabbing at the back of his neck.
Yeah, his head got bent awkwardly on that tackle. Mills in the shotgun here, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. On 2nd and 10 from the Buffalo 11. 1:25 and counting left in the 3rd quarter. Texans up 20-16. And the play clock runs out. Did they call timeout? They did not. Delay of game.
Delay of game on the offense. Number 10, 5-yard penalty. 2nd down.
That was rough. So that'll back the Texans up 5 yards.
Thank you, Clay.
To the 16-yard line. And it'll make it 2nd and 15. There's 1:23 left in the 3rd.
Bad clock management there. Nothing egregious at the end of the previous play, where oftentimes you see those maybe when a quarterback runs out of bounds on a far sideline.
2 receivers left, 2 to the right with Mills in the shotgun. Tight end off the right side as well. Back to pass, looking left, now back right. Pass is tipped, and it's incomplete. Nico Collins had a shot at it, but couldn't hold on. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 15 from the 16 with 1:05 left in the 3rd.
If the Bills can get off the field here, they can keep this a one-score game with a field goal. Daquan Jones was at the line of scrimmage, reached his hand up, and was able to bat that ball.
Taron Johnson with the pass breakup in coverage on Collins. 2 receivers left, 2 to the right, as Marks is to the right of Mills in the shotgun here on 3rd and 15. Here's the snap. Looking left, fires, it's complete. Taron Johnson in coverage, and they're going to drop him at the 8-yard line as Johnson gets help from Cole Bishop and Jordan Poyer, and it's going to bring up 4th down, and the field goal unit is coming on as Christian Kirk could not get away from the pursuit.
This is twice the Bills have had turnovers on their end of the field, and this Bills defense able to hold strong to force 2 field goal attempts after him. Fairburn made the first one. See if he can capitalize here again.
It's a 26-yard field goal attempt from the left hash. Townsend into hold here. Here's the snap. Hold is down. Kick by Fairbairn is up, and it is good. 17 seconds left in the third, and the Texans have widened their lead. They're up by 7, 23-16. The Bills have got to get good field position here. They have not done any help for their offense as they've been within the shadow of their own goalposts for most of this game.
They have been. You had the long touchdown return by Ray Davis, but on the previous Bills 4 drives, you have an interception by Josh Allen. You have the punt where Josh Allen takes the sack for 18 yards at the end of that one to cost the Bills some field position. The Bills offense goes 3 and out, and then on the last drive, they have the fumble. This Bills offense has got to get something going. I know you're playing against the number 1 defense in the league at their place. You're dealing with the crowd noise as well, as much as you've kept this crowd in it throughout. But you have a 7-point game here with 17 seconds left in the third quarter. This offense has got to get going.
6 of Buffalo's 8 possessions have been at their own 20-yard line or in further. If they kick it in the end zone, take a knee.
That's right.
So Fairbairn set to kick this one away. Ty Johnson and Ray Davis have flipped sides. And they kick it down the middle into the end zone. And yes, they take a knee this time. So the Bills will get a drive start at their own 35. Kind of an interesting decision there. I mean, the Texans have done a very good job of pinning them down on kick coverage.
But you give up the kick return touchdown. And besides the opening possession of the game where James Cook has the 45-yard touchdown run, the Bills have not been able to put the ball in the end zone with their offense. And so D'Amico Ryan's likely saying, don't give them a shot at another long return. Let's make their offense try and beat us.
Receiver to each side, offset eye here with Gilliam on the field, along with the tight end Hawes. Fakes the handoff to Cook. Pressure coming, and Allen sacked. They blitzed him with Henry To'o the linebacker, and he dropped him as he rolled to the right into the teeth of the blitz.
This is going to take us to the fourth quarter, and the Bills are fighting an uphill battle already on this series at 2nd and 17.
It's time to make the switch to the fourth quarter, brought to you by Northwest Bank, the team that brings you expert advice right in your neighborhood. Go to northwest.com, Northwest Bank, for what's next. 23-16 Houston. This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Right here for the big plays and the big wins. Right here for the longest passes and the toughest runs. For the highlights, the cheers, and all the hey. At Univera Healthcare, we know what it takes to be here for Western New York teams, both on and off the field. Because our home, our hearts, and our focus are always right here. And not to mention, our favorite team is too. Learn more and explore plans at theuniveredifference.com.
When it's game time on the job site, Skyworks Equipment Rental is your MVP. From aerial lifts to concrete gear, telehandlers, forklifts, and more, Skyworks brings the heavy equipment playbook to keep your project driving forward. With locations across the Northeast, Midwest, and Southeast, and delivering nationwide, Skyworks has the power and the precision to score big for your crew. Rent it, buy it, or service your own with our factory-trained technicians. Visit SkyworksLLC.com today. Skyworks, building America from the ground up.
Hey, Bills fans, Verizon's kicking off big savings, scoring a touchdown with low prices locked in for 3 years guaranteed on my plan. Get a single line for a low price of just $50 a month when you switch and bring your phone on unlimited welcome with auto pay plus taxes and fees. It's a deal that'll have you doing an end zone dance. Don't get flagged for high prices. Huddle up at your local Verizon store today. You'll be tackling savings in no time. Verizon, the official 5G partner of the Buffalo Bills. $20 monthly credit applied over 36 months. And times of congestion. Unlimited 5G and 4G LTE. Maybe temporarily slower than other traffic. Domestic data roaming at 2G speeds. Price guarantee applies to then current base monthly rate. Additional terms apply. See store for details.
This season, New Era Cap and Josh Allen are teaming up for a cause that hits close to home and close to the heart. At every Bills home game, Josh wears a one-of-a-kind New Era cap, each one custom designed by a young patient at Oshai Children's Hospital. Every cap is signed by Josh and then auctioned off, with all proceeds benefiting the Patricia Allen Fund to support kids and families in need. Even on the road, the mission doesn't stop. New Era keeps it going strong. To see these incredible designs and learn more, visit neweracap.com/Josh.
This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
This is the last warmer or even indoor game of the year for the Buffalo Bills. After this, they're going to travel to only cold weather cities or have games in Orchard Park throughout the month of December. So I think guys are enjoying being on the sidelines in this one in that climate. But a lot of work to be done here in the fourth quarter, trailing by 7 points to the Houston Texans. That's your Stellar Roofing sideline report. When quality counts, choose Stellar Roofing siding and windows. And guys, I got a Barnes Firm injury report for you. Brought to you by the Barnes Firm. Injured for help, call 1-800-8-MILLION. A.J. Epinesa has a neck injury, but he is cleared to return, so that's good news.
Josh Allen took a sack on that last play to end the third quarter. He's now been sacked 4 times today. That matches a game high this season. He also got sacked 4 times in Atlanta. He's in the shotgun on 2nd and 17. Cook to his left in the backfield. Back to pass. Fires complete over the middle to Cook, who's dropped at the 32-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And it's going to bring up 3rd and 13. And this is the exact down and distance where you don't want to live against this defense.
You're right. With both your tackles at some point getting dinged up within this game as well, you likely got to give them some help on the outside. The problem with that is then you're not getting guys out in their routes as quickly.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Ty Johnson in the backfield to the left of Allen in the shotgun here on 3rd and 13 from the Buffalo 32. Here's the snap, 4-man rush, pressure coming. Allen rolls out, looking for somebody open down the field. He's going to take off and run. Looking for the first down marker, and he's got it as he slides, and he's down at the 46-yard line. So Allen with a 14-yard run, and he extends the drive for Buffalo.
Bills ran a chip on the right side of that formation, so they chipped Daniil Hunter on the edge, which made him make an inside move, which allowed Josh Allen to get to the outside, and then he escapes the pocket. And that's what they're going to have to do to help these guys. And if the Bills are able to get positive yards on this play, I'd like to see them getting an up-tempo offense potentially to try and get in some type of rhythm out there.
2 tight ends set as they're late to break the huddle. Play clock already down to 7. Allen in the shotgun, Cook to his left. Single receiver right. Reggie Gilliam in motion, doubles back right. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Quick hitter to Gilliam, who makes his first reception of the season. And he's out to the 48-yard line. It's a gain of 2. It'll make it 2nd and 8 as we're coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for what's next. Jalen Reed on the tackle.
Yeah, rookie from Penn State out there playing safety in this game because Miles Bryant had to go down to the nickel in this one based upon the injury to Petrie.
3 tight ends set here with Kaleki Latu on the field with Knox and Hawes. Shaver's the lone receiver on the left. Cook the deep setback as Allen goes under center on 2nd and 8. Play clock down to 6. Here's the snap. Handoff to Cook through a hole on the left side. Busted to the sideline. 45-40. Up the sideline. 35. And tackled out of bounds at the 32-yard line. James Cook is cooking. 20-yard run up the sideline.
James Cook, that was an inspired run there. He hit that hole with some pace. That's going to put him up over 100 yards, 106 yards in the game for James Cook, who busts that one out over the left side.
Allen going to go back under center here. Cook still in the game. He's the lone setback. 2 tight ends set. Palmer in motion right to left. Here's the snap. Another handoff to Cook. Cuts it back up the middle. And the surge carries him inside the 30 to the 29. It's a 3-yard gain. He'll bring up 2nd and 7. Sheldon Rankins on the stop.
Bills haven't crossed midfield since fairly early in that second quarter. Finally got a drive going. Josh Allen picks up the 3rd and long with his legs. And then James Cook able to get them down into Texans territory.
So a 2nd and 7 here with 11:48 and counting. Bills down 23-17. Allen going to operate from the shotgun. Cook to his right in the backfield. Shakir in motion right to left. Joining Davis on the left side. Another handoff to Cook through a hole, darting through and lunging forward. He's inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 2 as the Bills are going to keep the 2 tight ends set on the field. And this is the kind of down and distance you want on 3rd down. You have options.
You do, and likely if I'm Joe Brady, I'm running this football twice, potentially a read option where you can keep the ball in Josh Allen's hands if the defensive end crashes.
Bunch formation right, single receiver left. Allen in the shotgun, Cook to his right in the backfield. Here's the snap. Handoff to Cook, looking for a hole. Wasn't much there, and the Texans bottle up the hole. He only gets a yard. Tommy Togiai stoned him in the hole, and that'll bring up 4th and 1.
4th and 1. Looks like they're going to keep the offense on the field, down 7 here in the 4th quarter, and it's so hard for this Bills offense to move the football that you got to go for it in this situation. You're thinking you got to get 7 on this drive. Josh is saying he can't get the play call, covering his ears out there, and so likely call something in the huddle himself and see if he dials his own number.
And they're late to break the huddle, which is not what you want on 4th and 1. It's already down to 7. Offset eye. Cook the single setback. Play clock down to 3-2. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to Cook, and there's tremendous penetration in the backfield, and it's a turnover on downs. It looked bad from the word go. They broke the huddle late, and there was tremendous penetration up front. Sheldon Rankins got in there, and they just whipped him at the line of scrimmage. There's no other way to say it. Texans football at their own 25. 10:09 left, and they're up 23-16. This is Buffalo Bills football.
This holiday season, take a break at Carson's Pizzeria. Whether you're escaping the Christmas shopping chaos or just taking a night off from cooking, Carson's has the food and drink you're craving. It's a perfect place to gather with friends, watch the game, grab a beer, share a pizza and wings, and enjoy holiday cocktails or a bold Bloody Mary. Carson's gift certificates make the perfect stocking stuffers. Carson's Pizzeria, Route 11, Adams. Open Wednesday through Sunday for dine-in and takeout. For delivery, call 315-203-0107.
Northern Tier Contracting. They bring 3 decades of experience to meet all your construction needs. Northern Tier Contracting takes pride in quality construction performed by dedicated craftsmen. Northern Tier Contracting is committed to be the most complete general contractors in the North Country, managing all stages of each project, working with architects through construction and delivery. See them online at northerntiercontracting.com or call them in Governor at 315-287-0208.
You ready? Because with a Toro snowblower, you will win winter. Head to your local Toro dealer today and get great deals and financing and find out why Toro is the #1 brand in snowblowers. Toro, count on it. Burville Power Equipment has a great selection of new Toro products and amazing services for equipment repairs. Stop into their massive showroom today for a newly expanded parts and service department. Save big on everything Toro. Burville Power Equipment, Route 12, just south of Watertown.
This Holiday Heroes moment is sponsored by L.A. Quarry.
Major Kurt Rudicelli, 10th Mountain Division. I am a Mount soldier. Currently still live in Washington, D.C., where the family still is. Karen, Kate, John, peace. Have a good holiday.
This Holiday Heroes greeting was sponsored by L.A. Quarry. Crushed limestone, 100% locally sourced from their quarry in Lafargeville. Pickup or delivery, 315-658-2004.
94 Rock WOTT Radio Network.
Back at NRG Stadium here in Houston, Chris Brown, Eric Wood coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for what's next. Texans, after the turnover on downs, have the football. Woody Marks took over as the lead back in the backfield here the last couple of weeks. And when he has 15 or more touches, the Texans are 4-0. He's got exactly 15 carries in this game. Two tight end set, Mills under center. Marks the lone setback. Here's the snap. Handoff to Marks. Looks to cut it back. Bishop up on the line of scrimmage makes the tackle. He only gets a yard on the play out to the 26. But the Texans are happy to burn clock here, up 7.
Yeah, 9 minutes and 55 seconds left in this one. Both teams still with 3 timeouts. But the Bills' turnover on downs there gives the Texans the ball back. And this Bills defense likely going to have to cause a turnover in this one. Something to shake this game up.
Two tight end set, 2 receivers to the right. The tight ends are on the left side of the formation. Motion from Higgins, right to left. Mills back to pass, and the throw is dropped. Incomplete, intended for the tight end, Stover.
That's 2 drops on the night for Stover. That one a little bit off the mark. But a ball your tight end's generally going to bring in for you. The Bills can force a 3 and out here. The Bills can potentially get some good field position. That clock stopped with 9:28 left.
3rd and 9 here for the Texans at their own 26. Marks in the backfield. And he's going to get up close to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers to the left, 1 to the right. Mills in the shotgun, takes the snap. Blitz coming from Bishop. He gets away from it, but now he's wrapped up by Daquan Jones and tosses it away while he was in the grass. Throws it out of bounds. There's no one over there.
Was outside of the pocket.
There's nobody over there.
Beyond the line of scrimmage. No intentional grounding.
I don't think that crossed.
It came awfully close to the original line of scrimmage. I don't know if it made it. He's wrapped up there, and he throws.
He throws it behind the 3rd down marker.
Yeah, it does not make it back to the line of scrimmage. The Bills coaches were arguing vehemently. Tommy Townsend on to punt this one away. And deep to return is Khalil Shakir. A driven ball, no hang time. Shakir takes it at the 27, works up the field, and gets out to the 38-yard line. So decent drive start there. 48-yard punt, 10-yard return. 9:09 left in the game, and the Bills going to try to make up some ground here, down 23-16. This is Buffalo Bills football.
For 13 years, Whitesboro Plow Shop of Watertown has been your factory direct Fisher plow dealer. Now they're both Fisher and Western. That's right. Whitesboro Plow Shop is now your factory direct Western plow dealer, carrying a full line of Western plows, sanders, and accessories alongside Fisher. And remember, they service all brands of plows. Don't get left in the cold. Be ready before the snow flies. Stop by Whitesboro Plow Shop, Outer Washington Street, Watertown.
Game's on. The guys are hungry, and you don't feel like cooking. Stress hits. What do you feed everyone? Cook all night, or maybe settle for cold, greasy takeout? Ugh. At Martin's Country Store on Route 11 in Philadelphia, we make game day easy. Order your sandwiches online, pay ahead, and swing by for a quick pickup. Our sub platters and meat platters are the perfect spread. Fresh, affordable, and stress-free. Don't let food stress ruin kickoff. Go to martinscountrystore.com/menu now and make your game day a win. It's savings made simple at Cascanet Ford. Right now, everyone qualifies for special X-Plan pricing. No code, no hassle, just instant savings on select new Fords, including the hot new Escape. That's right, you pay the special price, no strings attached. So drive the value, feel the difference. Visit us on Route 26 in Carthage or click CascanetFord.com.
North Country saves big at Cascanet Ford.
Northern Tier Contracting. They bring 3 decades of experience to meet all your construction needs. Northern Tier Contracting takes pride in quality construction performed by dedicated craftsmen. Northern Tier Contracting is committed to be the most complete general contractors in the North Country, managing all stages of each project. working with architects through construction and delivery. See them online at northerntiercontracting.com or call them in Governor at 315-287-0208.
94 Rock WOTT.
Official sports betting partner of the NFL.
This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Thursday night game. The Bills will obviously not play this weekend. Their next game will be another road game. That will be at Pittsburgh against the Steelers, who are fighting in the AFC North right now, trying to hold on with a hard-surging Ravens team. That will be a week from Sunday in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. The Buffalo Bills next game next year. NFL Scoreboard, delivered to you by the UPS Store. Be unstoppable.
Allen in the shotgun on 1st and 10 from the 38. Davis to his right in the backfield. Two receivers right, one to the left. Back to pass, blitz coming, fires, and it's complete to the tight end Knox, who's wrestled out of bounds at the 42-yard line. Let's pause 10 seconds for station identification. This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
WOTT, Calcium, Watertown, the North Country, home of the 10th Mountain Division. A community broadcaster station, 94 Rock WOTT, the only station that really rocks.
Gain of 5 on the play. It's 2nd and 5. Allen in the shotgun, back to pass, 4-man rush, pocket collapsing, and he's going to get wrapped up for a sack. Dropped at the 36-yard line, and with that sack, Allen has been taken down 5 times. That is a single game high surrendered by the Bills this season. Might as well be against the number 1 defense in football.
And that was Derek Barnett working against Deion Dawkins on the left side. Will Anderson forced Josh Allen to scramble up in the pocket. He got his hand on him when he tried to release the football, made Allen hold that, and then Derek Barnett gets the sack. It's the first time Josh has been sacked 5 times in a game since 2023 in Week 1 against the Jets.
Play clock down to 2. Allen in the shotgun. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Blitz coming, and they've got him beat on the screen. Shakir racing, cuts it back, tries to shake a defender. He's got the first down. He's up the sideline. 35, 30, 20, and out of bounds at the 21-yard line. How do you spell yards after catch? SHAKIR. 44 yards.
And that could be the New Era signature play to the game, brought to you by New Era Cap, the official cap of Josh Allen in the NFL. Stay tuned after the game to find out. They run orbit motion, crosses up the Texans defenders. Shakir comes completely free on the play for the huge gain for this Bills offense on 3rd and long.
Allen in the shotgun here. 2 receivers to the right, 2 to the left with the tight end Knox. It's an empty set. Allen back to pass, fakes the throw, tried to step up in the pocket. He was going to run, and he's swallowed up by Tim Settle for the sack. Sack number 6 for the Texans. Every time the Bills get a positive play, a negative one inevitably seems to follow tonight.
There, Settle's working one-on-one against David Edwards. Beats him around his outside. Josh thought he had a running room in the middle, but David Edwards beaten too quickly on the play, and now the Bills sitting at 2nd and 15.
Loss of 5 on the sack. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right. Hawes off the right side. Davis in the backfield. Allen looking left. Fires to the sideline. It's complete to Shakir. Out of bounds at the 20. Gain of 5 there to make it 3rd and 10 as the Bills are in the Relax red zone. Relax, we got this. Kamari Lassiter forced him over the sideline.
And the problem with how quickly they're getting pressure on Josh Allen in the pocket, it doesn't allow us to get to any developing routes down the field. And so these Texans defenders can rally. As soon as these Bills receivers make a move, they know that they have to commit to that direction, and they can stay super aggressive on the outside.
Long down and distance again, 3rd and 10. Allen in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the right, counting the tight end Knox, 1 to the left. Ty Johnson flared out to the right. Back to pass, pocket collapsing again, and Allen throws it as he's being dragged to the ground, as it might go for another sack, or what are they saying, incomplete. Field goal unit going to come on here for Buffalo as the offense stalls. Daniil Hunter has been a wrecking crew all by himself.
Yeah, he's rushing against Spencer Brown, who's out there gutting it out with that shoulder injury. Just does not look healthy out there on the edge. They've got to get these guys some help out there on the edge. They've got to provide chips. Matt Prater going to have the field goal attempt here to try to make this a 4-point game.
This field goal attempt brought to you by Univera Healthcare right here for Western New York teams on and off the field. This is going to be a 38-yarder from the left hash. Here's the snap. Hold is down. Kick by Prater is plenty long enough, and it is good. 5:44 left, and the Bills have cut the lead to 4. It's 23-19 in favor of Houston. Bills defense is going to have to make another big stop here. And Eric, as you pointed out during the break, they've done a bang-up job getting this Texans offense off the field of late.
Yeah, so far in the second half, 3 and out, both punts. They hold the Texans to a field goal when they take over in Bills territory after the Shakir fumble and then force another 3 and out on the previous possession. Great job making halftime adjustments there by this Bills defense. Let's see if they can get another timely stop here. We got 5:44 left in this one, 23-19 in favor of the Texans. Both teams with all 3 timeouts. This Texans defense has been dominant here today, though.
Let's go down to the sidelines to Sal.
Let's give you the Toyota drive time after that field goal, guys. 7 plays, 42 yards, 3 minutes and 25 seconds. Driven to you by Toyota, the official car and truck of the Buffalo Bills. Let's go way back to the first score of this game. A difference right now is the Bills missing the extra point. That's why they're down 4 instead of 3, which would obviously be a big difference right now.
Chris Brown, Eric Wood coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for what's next. So the Bills are going to kick off to Houston here. 5:44 left. Bills have all 3 of their timeouts. Houston does as well. And the Texans, with that 4-point lead that Sal mentioned, happy to run clock and hopefully keep the Bills from getting the ball back.
Yeah, 6 sacks for this Texans defense here tonight. Stifling Josh Allen in the pocket. Josh is 19 for 25 in the game, 183 yards and interception. James Cook has been productive here tonight, 113 yards. Just not enough productive drives throughout this one. And then when you have to drive the length of the field over and over against this Texans defense, it's tough sledding out there. This Bills offense has realistically only put up 12 points tonight, with 7 points coming off the Ray Davis return for a touchdown. Bills losing the turnover battle of the night 2-0. Josh Allen with an interception and Khalil Shakir with a fumble.
Yeah, the Bills, for their 3rd straight road game, have multiple turnovers.
They came into this game with a +1 turnover margin, which was 17th in the NFL. Houston came into this game +7, 5th in the NFL.
Last week was the first game this season where they had multiple turnovers and won. Return taken back here by Knoll. Skirts away from a tackle, now tries to double back, and that was a bad decision. He's wrapped up by Javon Solomon and dropped at the 21-yard line, so good pursuit by the kick coverage unit. And the defense will come out and look to get a stop and get the ball back for the offense, as they will need a touchdown to go ahead as the score stands right now.
If I'm the Texans, I'm likely running play action on this first play just as much as the Bills have been selling out to stop the run these last few drives.
For Houston is reporting as eligible.
6th offensive lineman, Blake Fisher, in for the Texans. Receiver to each side, as Chubb is the lone setback here. There's a snap, fakes the handoff, play action. Looking deep down the left sideline, and it's complete to Higgins, who's out of bounds at the 37-yard line is where they're going to mark him. It's a 17-yard pass play and a first down.
Yeah, that's what I expected from them. You got this Bills defense selling out to stop the run. You're going to get one-on-ones outside. They run a deep comeback with Higgins. Gave Trey a little bit of shove at the top of the route. Trey was looking for offensive PI, but they didn't get the call.
So 1st and 10 from the 37 now, 5-10 and counting, as the Texans are up 23-19. Offset I. Mills under center. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to Chubb, and he's stoned. Matt Milano, Larry Ogunjobi teaming up on the tackle as he got no gain on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10 here, but the clock keeps on running. 4:42 and counting.
The Bills going to have to get a couple stops here. Texans likely going to keep the ball on the ground again here to keep that clock running. They don't want to risk an incompletion in this clock stopping.
Woody Marks is checked into the game for Chubb. He's to the left of Mills in the shotgun. 2 receivers left, 1 to the right here on 2nd and 10. Here's the snap. Back to pass, fires to the right sideline. It's caught by Higgins, who's forced out of bounds there by White. And he's out to the 41 for a gain of 4. Going to bring up 3rd and 6 as the clock is going to dip under 4 minutes remaining. Bills down 23-19.
It was a little wide on the throw to Higgins, but he's able to haul it in. Higgins' 4th catch on the game. He's got 38 yards and a touchdown.
2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, tight end off the left side. And now coming in motion is Higgins right to left. Marks in the backfield, Mills in the shotgun, pressure coming, dumps it off on a crossing route, but Taron Johnson drops him short of the line to gain. It's going to be 4th and 3. Decision time here for D'Amico Ryans, and he's sending his punt unit out. He wants to pin the Bills offense back.
3 minutes and 20 seconds and counting. The Bills going to get this ball with under 3 minutes to go in this game with a chance to take the lead down 4. Another big-time stop by this Bills defense here in the second half.
Tommy Townsend back to punt this one away. Shakir deep to return for Buffalo. Play clock down to 5 as they're running as much clock as they can. Down to 2. Here's the snap. High snap, but he gets the kick away, end over end. Shakir going to let it bounce behind him, and now he's going to field it off the bounce and run it up the field to the 18-yard line. That was crazy. He was expecting it to bounce into the end zone. He ran away from it. It bounced back upfield. He caught it on the fly and picked up about 6 yards. 42-yard punt, 6-yard return.
Bills ran some up-tempo on their last drive. I expect them to get back into it here. You got all 3 of your timeouts left. You don't exclusively have to go to the pass game here. You can mix in some runs if you get a favorable look.
So 1st and 10 from the 18, and the Bills have got to make it happen now. Allen in the shotgun, Cook to his right. 3 receivers left, 1 to the right. Here's the snap, back to pass, 4-man rush, throws it in the right flat, complete to Cook, tripped up as he gets out to the 24-yard line. It's a gain of 6, and he's tripped up by the safety Reed. If he doesn't make that tackle, Cook is off to the races.
And the Bills are going to make substitutions. This clock's rolling. 2 minutes and 27 seconds left. Ryan Vandermark in at right tackle, filling in for Spencer Brown, who's got the shoulder injury.
2 tight end set, and they're all up on the line. Shaver is the single receiver left. Cook the lone setback. Play clock down to 6. Handoff to Cook. Runs into a blocker in front of him, which was Osiris Torrance, and only gets as far as the 26-yard line. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 2 here, but not before we reach the 2-minute warning. 23-19. Houston with the lead. Buffalo with the football, trying to drive and take the lead. It's the 2-minute warning on the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
This Buffalo Bills broadcast is being brought to you by Northwest Bank. For what's next, get started at northwest.com.
By Skyworks Equipment Rental, building America from the ground up.
Powered by Verizon, the official 5G partner of the Buffalo Bills.
By Miller Lite. It's Miller time, Bills fans.
By FanDuel, an official sports betting partner of the NFL.
And by Dr. Todd Shatkin and the Aesthetic Associates Center, a world-leading expert in mini dental implants and cosmetic surgery.
It's a game-changing move in the world of accounting and advisory. Freed Maxick has joined forces with Witham, the 22nd largest public accounting and advisory firm in the nation. We're powering up performance with a shared vision to deliver even greater value to our clients in Western and Upstate New York. Experience the transformative power of Witham plus you. That's the power in the plus. Visit witham.com/New York to learn more.
Dear Bills Mafia, for the ultimate tailgate, check out Toyota trucks. Because when the grilling's done, Toyota takes adventure into overtime. Tacoma's as tough as they come. And the rugged Tundra wins big when the game's on the line. It's an all-pro lineup you'll root for every mile. Huddle up and find yours at Toyota.com today. Go Bills! Toyota, the official car, truck, and SUV of the Buffalo Bills. Toyota, let's go places.
Winter weather will be here before you know it. Is your home ready? Get your next home exterior project done now with no payments until 2027. Take advantage of this limited time financing to protect your home before snow and ice set in. Our team delivers industry-leading craftsmanship, backed by a top-tier warranty and hundreds of 5-star reviews. Get peace of mind before the cold months hit. When quality counts, call
320-7663. Stella Roofing.
Proud partner of the Buffalo Bills.
This is the Buffalo Bills Radio Network.
Back at NRG Stadium here in Houston. Chris Brown, Eric Wood, coming to you live from the Northwest Bank broadcast booth. Northwest Bank for what's next. The crowd has been whipped into a frenzy here for this 3rd and 1. Bills down 23-19, 3rd and 1 at their own 27. They have to keep this drive alive because they got to stick this in the end zone. And this is probably their last possession of the game.
You got the league MVP from last year going against the number 1 defense in the league with the game on the line. Setting up for a good one here.
2 tight ends set. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Ty Johnson in the backfield to the left of Allen in the shotgun. And now there is a play clock issue.
We will administer a play clock count on the field by the bench.
I could really hear the substitute referee.
Yeah, there's some kind of issue going on with the play clock here tonight. The play clock's sitting at 0 right now. We're coming out of a TV timeout. It shouldn't be the case.
So it looks like they might be keeping the play clock on the field. Allen in the shotgun, 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Here's the snap. Back to pass, quick hitter to Shakir. He's got the first down, and he's up the sideline and out of bounds at the 35. It's an 8-yard gain and a first down. He also got out of bounds to stop the clock with 1:55 remaining. Bullock, the safety, forced him over the sideline.
A lot of contact on the outside as Dawson Knox set a little pick on the outside within 1 yard of the line of scrimmage, though, so that's a legal play there. Officials let it go, and the Bills get 1st and 10.
We have no knowledge of the play clock as it is not working here. 1:55 left, 1st and 10 from the 35. Allen back to pass, dumps it down underneath to Ty Johnson, and gets out to the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 9 on the play. Clock will run here. 1:44 in counting. Bills right back up on the ball. Bunch formation left, single receiver right. Allen in the shotgun, Johnson to his left. It's a screen going to Knox, and he's got the first down on 2nd and 1 as he's out to the 47. Clock keeps running here, 1:25 left. Allen in the shotgun. Ty Johnson to his left. 3 to the right, 1 to the left. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Fires to the left sideline on the comeback route, looking back shoulder. And the pass was intended for Elijah Moore. It's incomplete. Kamari Lassiter on the coverage.
He was blanketed out there on the outside. Now Osiris Torrance a little shaken up on the play. I think he's grabbing at his groin area.
And we apologize. We have no knowledge of the play clock here.
The play clock in the stadium is inoperable at this time. We will administer the play clock on the field.
So they're announcing the play clock on the field. Allen in the shotgun here. 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Cook in the backfield. Here's the snap. Back to pass. Allen steps up in the pocket. Pocket collapsing, and he's wrapped up, and he's going down for another sack. Way back at his 35-yard line. That is a killer there. Daniil Hunter once again. It's 3rd and 20 now. And the Bills burn a timeout here. Team timeout brought to you by Kaleida Health, here to get Western New Yorkers back in the game.
Timeout on the field, Buffalo. This will be their second timeout.
The Bills offense.
Correction, this will be their first timeout. This will be a 30-second timeout.
The Bills offense has been rendered ineffective. This pass rush is ruthless.
And right there, Josh goes to scramble up in the pocket. He didn't have to on that play, but when you're under constant duress, you can't blame him for trying to escape when his internal alarm clock goes off, because he's been sacked so many times. But there was a play where it looked like he had an outbreaking route to his right, but just unable to find it because he's panicked in the pocket.
And the coverage is just as good on the back end. Allen in the shotgun, flanked by Knox and Johnson in the backfield. Here's the snap, 3rd and 20. Allen under pressure again. Flag flies, and he's sacked again in the pocket. Dropped this time by Mario Edwards, the defensive tackle. And Allen is slow to get up, and he is not in good shape. Going to try to tough it out here. Shaking his right leg, his right hand. He is getting pummeled tonight. Absolutely pummeled.
8 sacks now on the game.
Yep. I mean, you can't
hold him on the offense.
You can't play in 3rd and 20.
That penalty will be the penalty. 4th down.
So it's going to be 4th down here. So this is the last-ditch effort. But the thought that picking up 27 yards is realistic with the way this defense is feasting right now.
Yeah, you're likely not going to have enough time to develop something down the field for 27 yards. This might have to be a
hook and ladder.
Josh Allen scramble down the field, look for a lateral backwards. Looking gloom right here.
51 seconds left, 4th and 27. Bills have to make it happen here. 2 to the left, 3 to the right. Empty set. Here's the snap. 4-man rush. Allen throws it over the middle. It's complete to Palmer. Hook and ladder. And they're going to get the first down. Up the sideline is Shakir. And he's out of bounds at the 26-yard line. The hook and ladder, baby.
You called it.
46 yards.
Holy smokes. Give the Bills life. 2 timeouts left. 41 seconds left in this one. And the Bills down to the 26-yard line of Houston. Executed perfectly.
Palmer to Shakir, and they get 46 yards on the play down to the 26. 41 seconds left. Oh, we got a dandy here, people. Hold on to your hats and everything else. 2 to the left, 1 to the right, and now a timeout is called by Houston.
What just happened?
This team timeout is brought to you by Kaleida Health. As the official healthcare provider of the Buffalo Bills, the season never stops at Kaleida Health.
What in the world just happened?
It hasn't been pretty, Eric, but you can't say the Bills aren't making a gutsy effort at this thing. They're playing the number 1 defense in football. They've got 8 sacks on Josh Allen. Players are getting injured and out of the game. And here they are with 41 seconds left, and they still have a shot to win this thing.
Defense has kept them in it. Defense has truly kept them in it in this second half, forcing 4 punts and then a field goal off of the Texans taking over in their territory after the Shakir fumble.
3 to the left, counting the tight end Knox, 1 to the right. Cook flared out to the right in the backfield. Allen in the shotgun. And it looks like the play clock's working again. It's down to 6. Here's the snap. 4-man rush. Back to pass. Allen looking down the right sideline for Davis, who makes the catch. But they say he's out of bounds. Oh, that was a heck of an effort by Gabe Davis. But Stingley forced him over the sideline, preventing him from getting his feet in bounds. Oh, so close.
Inches away from getting that second foot down, which would have given the Bills the ball at the 1-yard line. Josh threw that ball perfectly over the outstretched arms of Stingley on the outside. Gabe Davis just barely unable to get that second foot down.
35 seconds left. It's 2nd and 10 from the 26. Allen in the shotgun. Here's the snap. They're going to run a screen to the left side to Ty Johnson. He's inside the 20, and he's down to the 17-yard line, and the Bills call timeout as they're in the Relax red zone. Relax, we got this. Jake Hansen on the tackle. This team timeout brought to you by Kaleida Health, the official healthcare provider of the Buffalo Bills.
30-second timeout.
28 seconds left, and the Bills in a 3rd and 1 situation.
3rd and 1, you got to get the first down. You got 1 timeout left. I think you take a shot down the field to see if you can get down closer to the end zone and then potentially go back to the sneak on 4th and 1 if you need it.
Bills still have 1 timeout remaining here, so they can still use the middle of the field and burn their last timeout if they need to. Bunch formation on the right. Ty Johnson to the right of Allen in the shotgun. And now Shakir comes in the backfield to flank Allen on his left. Burst motion from Johnson. They fake the pass there, come back to the other side, but the pass is batted down. Batted down by Will Anderson, who has had a monster football game. Shakir's open on the backside of the play, but Anderson batted it out of the air.
And I like that play design, too. Just barely unable to get it over his hands there. So we got 4th and 1 here with the game on the line.
24 seconds left. 2 receivers to the left, and the Bills once again on their last gasp. Ty Johnson to the right of Allen, and Deion Dawkins left early on a false start.
False start on the offense, number 73. 5-yard penalty. Remains 4th down. This will not be a 10-second runoff situation because the game clock is already stopped.
So now it just got a little harder. 4th and 6 from the 22. 2 receivers right, and Shakir comes over to that side. 1 to the left. Allen goes up to the line to make a call. Now comes back to the shotgun. Ty Johnson to his right. Late orbit motion from Shakir. Allen back to pass. Has to throw it down the middle, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kalen Bullock. There is a flag on the play.
What is this going to be?
Hold on. No, he says it's on Buffalo.
Pass interference offense.
Pass interference on the offense, number 13. That penalty is declined. Houston's ball, first down.
So it's a turnover, and the Texans are going to kneel this thing out with 18 seconds left. And Houston repeats as a house of horror for the Buffalo Bills. They have not won here in 19 years. They last won here in 2006, 19 years and a day ago.
I didn't see the PI on the play. Josh Allen looked like he had Dawson Knox, unable to find him coming across. So we get the PI on Gabe Davis on the play. So the Bills are going to fall to 7-4. 10 days off. This Bills team's got to get healthy and regroup and make a run. But now Texans on their heels at 6-5. They're going to own the tiebreaker for a wild card spot.
And Josh Allen's going to move to 0-4 in this building. He lost in 2018 as a rookie and got injured. Lost in the 2019 wild card game. Lost last season on a 59-yard field goal at the gun. And now loses here 23-19